Nini na sena nedemao. Ise. And so, as always on this segment, this very evening, our team remain back to your root. Back to your root. This is one thing all of us have been struggling over to embrace, to accept it. But believe me, we really don't have any choice. Somebody once told me that if we fail to honor our ancestors, very soon we will become our ancestors. And our children will not honor us. Our children will not remember us. Somebody once told me that we really don't die, because death is just the beginning. And come to think about it, I'm just one man. I come from the lions of another. Though he's still alive, he also comes from the lions of another, though he is dead. And then others come from my lions, and one day I will be no more. But let's remind ourselves about what we are saying here, so you'll be able to appreciate the need why you have to go back to your root. It is said biologically that when a man ejaculates into the woman ovum, 1 million cells target the sun. And out of this 1 million cells, depending on how fast those guys are, they are bound to be fertilized. And let's assume a single cell from me moves into a woman and form another baby. That cell is me. It's part of me. And that part of me came from part of my father. And that part of my father came from part of his father's father, and father, and it will continue. This is who we are. We really don't die. We transformate. But having said that, we must embrace our root, because you are the same person, changing all over. And then when our ancestors talk about reincarnation, you don't understand it, so you doubt it. You don't understand it, so you say it is fetish. But of course, Chukwu Kikabiama will open our eyes, so that the same way you respect St. Peter, when you see Onyeibe George, you will respect him. Because Saint is Onyeibe, St. Peter, St. Luke. You will see Onyeibe in Biafra land, and you will respect them. Not because the names sound different, because Onyeibe is Onyeibe. But I won't digress further, so I do not confuse you. Our team remain back to our root. And our topic this evening on this segment is the purpose of our ancestral music. Music. I must start by appreciating our musicians. Those who are singing for Biafrans, wherever you are all over the world. I must appreciate all of you. You kept that part of our culture and tradition alive. You are numerous. We are still looking for many of you. We've not been able to get in touch with you. And of course, you can always meet our sister, Ugo Chinyere. You can always inbox our sister, Amaka Ekwe, and then one of our brother in London, the name in USA, the name escaped me. But I wish one day Ugo Chinyere will come and make this announcement, so that all of you can be able to come to a particular platform where your work will be recognized forever. I truly appreciate all of you, because you don't know the role your music is playing. You do not know, but one day you will know. And having said that, music did not start with IPOB. Music did not start in Nigeria. Music was here from the very first time man walked on this earth. If you read your Bible closely in Genesis, a particular family was said to that it was in their time men begin to worship God with instruments. But let me tell you, that was not when men begin to worship God. But rather the Bible acknowledged that it was in the days of that man that men begin to worship God with instruments. Music has always been there, part of our tradition. And if you don't know the role they play, that is why you will see a full-blood Biafra man will be jumping up and down. Oluwa is involved. Oluwa is involved. Because you don't know what is going on. The history of music dated even beyond the pyramids of Egypt. If we go back to what the Bible have to talk about music, first of all, you see, music have been there even before the era or period known as the pre-Adamic age. The time where Adam and Eve were not created. The Bible gave insight on those aspects, but it didn't make it so loud. You look at the book of Ezekiel and Isaiah, he talks about it. Lucifer himself was the highest decorated angel known in the Bible, known to man. Lucifer was created among precious stones. He was allowed to walk even in the midst of fire, which is the only attribute of God, because God is a consuming fire. But if you look at the book of Ezekiel, he said the workmanship, his workmanship, the instrument of his worship, were part of his workmanship. Lucifer was a worshipper of God. Lucifer was a chorister. God so empowered him. That is how you begin to see how important music are in our day-to-day life. God created so many angels, assigned them to special duties and functions. But one of them he held in high esteem. This is a musician. Until iniquity was found in him, there was none like him. Until his righteousness was corrupted, he is the highest creature of God, aside the Son of God, according to the Bible. This great weapon of song have been neglected for a very long time by those who know how to activate its power and manipulate it, and also by those who have the knowledge of its power. Song is a weapon, and for a very long time it has been neglected by, first of all, those who know how to activate the power. Second of all, those who know the power, but they choose to make sure that no other person knows the knowledge of this power. I want us to go back and begin to look at the role, the importance of music, the purpose of music in the days of our ancestors. Remember, we are going back to our root. Our fathers have many purposes why they use music. Music have so many roles to play, and some of which we are going to examine this evening. And then maybe you will understand why I come up every day and I start singing. I do not have intention to make you feel I'm religious. I'm not. I don't want to project myself as a holy man. I'm not. I do not want to show that I know God more than you. That is not true. But there are reasons why our ancestors sang. Most of you don't know. And so you don't know the value. On daily basis, music is dying down in our culture. After the war, most of you do not know that one of the most lucrative business for our people was to entertain through music. That is when people like Osadebe, Ebenezer, Oliver de Coco, Akwete, among others, so many of them, not only that they made fortune, their work helped people to heal themselves. Their work helped people to heal themselves without knowing. When we talk about the success of the generation of Biafran between 1967 to 1970, I can assure you it is tied to the music all around them. I could remember as a child, there are music my father used to play. Then I don't understand the Igbo they are singing when it is Igbo music. But today I understand it clearly. I understand the role those music played in my father's life. As early as 4 a.m., he wakes up, or 5 a.m., he puts one of those music. Let me just bring them closer to you so that those who know that they know will understand where we are coming from in order to appreciate where we are going to. And one of those music was, let me try and remember them. I may not be able to sing all of them. Onweronye nke ya zuru oke, ke ya marama, ke ya din din dim. I can't sing it. I don't even know what he's saying. But I knew this song as a child. And then there is another one. He will say, Cheremo, Cheremado, Cheremo, Cheremado, Cheremo now. I don't know what that song really say, but he used to play it. I know if I have access to them, I'll be able to understand what he say. But this music is so powerful that it makes one to become spiritually conscious. After listening to this music, he goes out there with a very powerful spiritual influence all around him, being able to do things without feeling pain, without feeling dejected, without feeling bad, without feeling depressed, because they have charged their soul already. But most of us don't know. And so on this segment, we are going to take time to look at the purpose of music. Why do people make music? What role is music supposed to play? What role is music playing? How does it affect our community? How was it used as a weapon by our ancestors to be able to reposition themselves spiritually, physically, and otherwise? And then when somebody asks you to sing, when somebody play a music for you, you begin to understand that these are not the things you toy with. Number one, music is a way of communicating with the spirit. Most of you do not know. Music, for instance, according to our ancestors, is a way of communicating with the spirit. You don't need to be spiritual, because 75% of what makes up a man is spirit. It's a spirit being. Your soul and your body are spirit. Your soul and your spirit are spirit. Only one part, that is the physical. And so when you sing, music was meant to communicate with the spirit. With the spirit, listening to the grammar, communicating with the spirit. You have a spirit. Your spirit is the real you that lives in this body. But attention is given to the body, and the spirit is down. Some people will say music is the food of the soul. For you to be able to communicate with the spirit, you need music. And of course, if you are a Christian, you understand your Bible well. When the Bible talks about the gift of the Holy Spirit, it talks about speaking in tongue and speaking with tongues. There is a difference between speaking in tongue and speaking with tongues. When you speak in tongue, you are speaking the language that people understand. When you speak with tongues, you are speaking a language that could only be heavenly. And so music is an instrument to communicate with your spirit. And that is why you see from all ages past, from generation to generation, when people so are humbled, when people so are oppressed, when people are in a very complicated situation, the first healing they get, it is song. This song helped them to wake up spiritually. You go to the slaves that were stolen from Biafra land, another part of Africa, down to Europe, to America, to wherever they took them to. One of the greatest weapons they have to remain healthy morally was music. And so you hear people saying, by the rivers of Babylon, there we lay down, and there we will, when we remember Zion. That moment, they were supposed to be crushed, but the power of music brought them back to life. And they will wail throughout the night. In the morning, they will be very strong to go back and face the next day job. That is why today you still have the slaves in America. But I tell you, no matter how Americans try to oppress this power of music, they can't take it away. Look at all the musicians in the world. You will see all of them are black people. All of them. All of them are black people. Of course, we can talk about Scatter Davis. We can talk about the rest of them. But there is no musician who has made impact to a level that is not achievable that are not black men. You can talk about Don Williams. You can talk about Jim Reeves. So many of them. But I tell you, there will be no like of them like Michael Jackson. You can talk about R. Kelly. You can talk about Bobby Brown. You can talk about Michael Jackson. Just check the history of the blacks. You will understand the weapon it can help you to overcome stress, communicating with your spirit. It is our spirit that actually gives us victory in everything we do. That is why whatever happens, we guide our spirit jealously. Which doorway is our heart? And the Bible says, guide thy heart with all diligence, for from it proceed the issue of life. Go and look at a musician, and then you see a man who have encountered and experienced life. Our ancestors knew this truth. And so that is why every opportunity they have, they sang song. They sang song. There are many purposes, but one of them is to be able to communicate with their spirit. Let me try to explain it to you, but I want you to embrace it. Sometimes when I come out, I want to sing in my dialect. But it's not just a sing. I'm communicating to myself. Sonemo ihe chuku menimo eronimeo no woge jumobi wo no sokamo osolubwe meni mekelere na fansoya o. It empowers you from within. No garbage, no nonsense can stay inside you. As far as you are singing a song that is meant for the purpose that you are facing. Our fathers understand this. You see, for instance, there are children who are orphans in those days. In those days, you know orphan. There are a lot of orphans around us. You don't know they are orphan because they don't understand this pattern. How do you know orphan in those days? You know them by what they are doing. You see an orphan in those days, they want to suffer the orphan or the widow or anybody facing challenge. How you know them is through the song, including warrior. To know a warrior, they go to one side of the river or one side of the forest. I'm talking about our ancestors. They take a flute or jar and begin to blow it. The sound they blow tells you who is blowing it. Whether the person is mourning, whether the person is a kind of recuperating his spirit, you will know. Our ancestors didn't toy with it. You begin to hear flute. Somebody will be. They blow oja, flute. And when you hear that song, you will know a warrior is communicating. And then there are a lot. I'm just trying to take time to sing this song for you. Maybe it's going to wake up something in you. And there is yet another. You say, me fulungolodan golodani pako, me fulungolodan golodani pako, wanwe nabia narimau, wanwe nedia bia narimau, ubua wayokun yenene mwaye, ubua wayokun yenene mwano, uku akwarimo webu. They just sing. And then another person passing by will listen closely. They will know this guy is being tortured. This daughter is being tortured. They know something is wrong. And now to bring this very number one explanation to an end, I remember our first protest in Port Harcourt, in Ipob. And we moved on, protesting peacefully as we have always been, demanding the release of our leader, Mazi and Kano. I remember that very day around artillery in Port Harcourt. The Nigerian security apparatus descended on us, shooting live bullets direct on unarmed civilians, Biafrans of course. And every one of us were placed on our heels. We ran. But we got to a stage. Why are we running? Are we running so we will not come back tomorrow again? Are we running so they will hold our leader? No. And one brother there stood among us and he sang that song. How many Biafrans Buhari go kill? 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 He go kill us tire. He go kill us tire. He go kill us tire. How many Biafrans Buhari go kill? And everybody stood. Everybody turned back. And that is why you know that Nigerian army are gentlemen. You think they are not gentlemen? They are gentlemen. The reason you see them misbehaving is because they have not received counter arrangement. And they shall very soon. This moment we came back, they gave us way. Or you want to know one student who call themselves guys or other secret cults go through the kind of spiritual reformation they go through. When they sing that their gyration song, go and ask Wolo Shoika. He knows what I'm talking about. Two, our ancestors had a purpose for music. One of which is to communicate with the spirit. I want you to underline that word, with. Because at that time when you sing, you edify yourself. As far as your spirit is charged, nothing can move you. Nothing, not even in the dream. Not even in the dream, not to talk of in the physical. And so our ancestors made use of this weapon. We look at the number two reason. Communicating in the spirit. One is with the spirit. Another is in the spirit. Our ancestors use music to communicate with the spirit. You know, when I talk of native doctor now, you will say they are evil. It's okay. But I want you to assume they are not evil. The knowledge of who they are, it's bigger than you. But there are things they say. You won't understand it. We do it in the church. But if we do it according to our culture and tradition, it becomes evil. But that is not where I'm going this morning. Communicating, singing with the spirit. Or in the spirit rather. If you have been to a native doctor, you know when they want to do oracle, they say certain things. Most of the things they say, they don't know. But they mean powerful words. At times I will come here and tell you, okay. It's a chanting. It's a spiritual chanting. Only those that know, they know. And I do not intend to explain it to you. I think there are some jingle here I have with me. If I can be able to get hold of one of them, I think I have one of them. Let me see. It's not very close to me, but I would have loved to play it. One of our brother used to make it. He will say, there is a way he put it. He's talking, but with communicating, he's singing. He's singing. If I have access to the music before I round up, I will bring it. I will bring it up. Somebody will be talking, but he's making a melody. He's making a melody. It is the same way when you are in the church. You sing and sing and sing and sing. And the moment you get hold of your spirit, you move to the next level. And that time you move to the next level, you don't even know what you are saying. There are many music in the market today that are the same way. Somebody will come inside the church and begin to say, Masandara Baba, Hosanna, 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 Hosanna to the Lord. Marebe Shokoria Baba Kasandaraba. Elanyangwana Kojeluengo. But it's Oyibo pattern, so it is holy. If I start to hammer, singing song now, all of you are going to clap for me and say, oh, it's in spirit. Our father were doing it, but you just didn't know. They were speaking with tongue. They were speaking in tongue before our land was invaded. So don't think you get that crap from the church. You have failed to study them in the light of your ancestors, and then you begin to do it in Oyibo way. As I have given you one example, no, I joke this one, okay. Someone says, this is evil. He's doing juju. Of course, I do juju for the avoidance of that. But as I say, I look very familiar to you. I'm very righteous man. But you have been in the spirit even before they came. They copied everything about you, remanipulated them, position it to remove the power of all these things from you. The idea is, if you understand the purpose, the role music play in the life of our ancestors, you will know why they succeed more. You start singing with the spirit, it gives you boldness and courage to continue. Then you start singing in the spirit, it takes hold of you. It takes hold of you. Let's just hope that the Creator will be able to help me tonight. Open your eyes so that you see the truth. Number 3. Music was a means of educating or education. Most of you don't know. Music was a means of educating people. Everything I learned as a child was almost all encoded in music. Once you can sing the song, you know your timetable. In those days, teacher will call you. Yes, Judge Onyeibe, sir, read 2 times 1 and 2 for us. Osetiana. That is when I will remember the song. 2 times 1 and 2, 2 times 2 and 4, 2 times 3, 14, 2 times 7, 19, 2 times 20, 20. Immediately teacher say, holiday. I go start afresh again. Because without the song, I don't know it. But with the song, I know all of them. So music was not just what it is you think that it is. It was a means of educating the people. It was a means of communication, enlightening the people about the situation and circumstance that surround you. Go and ask the generation of Biafra who were there in the war. They don't have to spell everything out. They have a way of communicating through music. Yewo mona nwane njenaga akpiliego ifajonare lanyi ewo mona nwane njenaga nwana poto uzore nwane yao nwana poto uzore nwane yao. They have better means to communicate. They keep it in music. We continue to sing it to the end of time. And each time you talk about this song, you will feel what they felt. They communicated. Kaborangabo sabo, kangwani luagao, kangwani luagao. Instead of me to be a saboteur, let me die in the battlefront. Go and ask Achuse. You will understand that they were need at that particular time not to discuss about it, but they sang with it. Today, do you know that when those Ekumeku warriors want to march against the British imperialists and other invaders, they used to sing a war song, chant a war song, they communicate to themselves and they march anybody down? Today, it has been reduced to a mere palm wine drink because you don't know the reason why your ancestors chant that song. It was a means of educating people. When you go back to your Bible and then you see Moses, when they saw the wonderful art of God, when he parted the river before them, Miriam could not express herself other than in worship. And so Miriam lifted up her voice and sang before the Creator. Onyeibe kage Chimo onye dị ka gị n'etiti chi niile, onye dị ka gị ịdị ike n'ịmagha o, na-alụ ọrụ nke dị ebube oge mgbe niile, na-alụ ọrụ nke dị ebube oge niile. Music has a role to play. I'm just trying to create a platform for you to understand. So the next time you are coming, as Igbo man, he's singing Oluwawa, Oluwawa, Odipami, Odidudu. That is for them, it is not for us. Our fathers is not their father. Try and be sounding politically correct. Our father have done that before. This is where he landed us. And I will not be part of any nonsense political correct. So they say you are a gentleman, you are a good man. What has good man done for us? All the good Biafran men. What has he done for us? All the good politically correct individual. What did he do for us? Can't you people understand? My father said when the world turned their back on you, you turn your back on the wall. You are weak today is because you fail to do what you're supposed to do. You follow them in the same tone they are coming. They show you respect, and we must make them show us respect. Somebody goes to say, oh, why looking at music? How does it come to do with freedom fighting? It has to do with freedom fighting because without chanting during the protest, we will not be there. It is this song that gave us the morale. Our father knew this, even as a small pupil. In the primary school in those days, in our assembly, they teach us song. They teach us song to the directors about our plight as a people. Let me remind you. Oh, my home. Oh. Song that gave us the morale. Song our father knew this, even as a small pupil in the primary school in those days. In our assembly, they teach us song. They teach us song to the directors about our plight as a people. Let me remind you. Oh, my home, oh, my home, oh, my home. Do this, even as a small pupil in the primary school in those days. In our assembly, they teach us song. They teach us song to the directors about our plight as a people. Let me remind you. Oh, my home, oh, my home, oh, my home.
Amadike Kanike nebenu kanu Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
Yes, I discovered I have been cut off, but yet still streaming on other platforms. Like I said, I am going to reconnect and I will be back. Believe me, I've been disconnected myself from the one you are watching.
I must to fight and defend my father's land. You wanna be a fan now, we hope you. Oh, yeah, when I'm a go. I want to be a better goose, to be a friend, we can you. Oh, yeah, when I'm a go. I want to be a better goose, to be a friend now, we hope you. Chukoti cake, and let the liquid that is always falling. Now I can see my new nation be rising. I'm feeling good. Biafra na my original. Onyeibe na malugo. But to be a kwetego, see Biafra na we own you.
Yeah.
We are the Army.
Biafra in London, Biafra in Germany, Biafra everywhere. Biafra in Russia, Biafra in Malaysia. Everybody likes it. They tried to kill us many years ago, killing the people of Biafra, destroying the people of Biafra. But somebody said to all the IPOB, respect the leader of indigenous people. Nobody can stop Biafra, I say it. Nobody can stop Biafra. Nobody can stop Biafra, because Biafra is strong. You can jail the leader of Biafra. You can kill the people decision. Every time I pray this, a Babylon I wish me every day. Every time I sing this, a Babylon I wish me every day. They tried to kill us many years ago, killing the people of Biafra, destroying the people of Biafra. Nobody can stop Biafra. Nobody can stop Biafra. Nobody can stop Biafra, because Biafra is true.
Yes, this is the gospel truth. Nobody can stop Biafra. That is one thing people must understand. When you are broadcasting through Radio Biafra and you are entertaining Nigeria, they are always very comfortable. They don't have problem with you. But just say the truth that will liberate the people. You will understand that here on Radio Biafra, here in IPOB, we wrestle against flesh and blood. We wrestle against wicked spirit in the heavenly places. We wrestle against principalities and power. We wrestle against Hausa, Fulani and Yoruba. We wrestle against British government, oil companies and other international organizations. They are numerous. But believe me, we are not going anywhere. We are just talking about only music. This is how we started yesterday. This is how Yoruba working for Facebook did. They have come back today. But Peking will say, Mama no go sleep. Instead no go sleep. And of course, we are back again. Yes, I was at the number 4 point when I said our ancestors use music as a means of motivation. They motivate themselves. They used to sing a song like, why you delay, ho? Come and save your nation. Why you delay, ho? Come and save your nation. Why you delay, ho? Come and save your nation. Oh, Biafra, why you delay? They call on their people. They beckon on their people. Some people are waiting. We are going to be writing all of you later very day. Please come and join IPOB. Let us deliver Biafra. Please, you need to be there. It is very important. No, don't worry. Don't worry. But song was part of motivating. They motivated themselves. But in 3 years, generation of 1967 to 1970, produced music over 3,000. Sometimes I'm tempted to like just start playing them. Am I going to talk on only IPOB, this tiny IPOB? Our brothers have sang more than some of them. I must apologize to you. Too much music. How many are you going to play? In less than how many years IPOB have produced more than 7,000 albums? If we want to be playing them from morning till night, even in 1 year, we will still be playing them. And they are still producing. You don't know it has a role to play. And then number 5 purpose of our ancestors using music is that it's a means of entertainment. Having mentioned all this, the fact cannot be overruled that our ancestors use music as a means of entertainment. They use music as a means of entertainment. During the New Year festival, they sing song. Village festival, during marriage, whatever they are doing, they have special song. In those days when they are dancing masquerade, there are some kind of song we sing in my place. They had purpose. Music played a role, vital role in every aspect of their life. Today, some of you told your children, oh, masquerade is evil. But Halloween is not evil. I won't digress. So they also use music as a means of entertainment. At a logo. Different kind of cultural dance. There is a reason for it. I'm just trying to create a platform for you to appreciate where we are going to. The number 6 purpose of music is for lamentation. They use music for lamentation. Do you know when people die, there is a tradition of mourning? Mourning. Today, who mourns? When somebody dies, people mourn. Some people still adhere to the culture. When somebody dies, you must cry. You begin to mourn. Today, even churches are telling you not to mourn. Some of them forget that they spent 72 days mourning Abraham, 72 days mourning Isaac and Jacob. I think Joseph, they mourned Joseph. No, Joseph, of course. No, Jacob. They spent almost 142 days to mourn Jacob. People will just start crying. Music was used for lamentation. When somebody died in those days, everybody close to that person, they shave your head. Babu moro moro, your mother, your father, all of you, even if it's your grandmother. When my grandmother died, they shave all of us moro moro, use razor, wipe out all of our head. That was mourning. It's accompanied with music. And I remember when I lost my mother, I noticed that culture was gradually being diluted. But I shaved my head for my mother. That was period of mourning. And there is a song they sing. They sing song. Lamentation. You go to the Bible, you see them. Our ancestors know they use it for lamentation. And then the number 7 rather, it is a means of consolation. Inasmuch as they use it for lamentation, it is also used to console somebody. For consolation, they go and meet somebody, they sing. Onwere onye ke ya zuru oke, ke ya barampam, ke ya pam pam pam. I can't sing it too. The Igbo is a bit hard for me to speak. But I know what he's saying. Kanyi chotara na chifu. But those of you who are old school, you know what I'm saying. Those music were to console you. They tell you, and so if you have fraud in your life, don't worry. Some people are like that. Some people are like that. And I want you to take time. Go and sample those music your fathers play. And then you will see the difference. You will see what they understand. You will see everything that happened around them. It will amaze you. If we begin to compare traditional music of our ancestors with the weather music of the imperialists, you will see a great difference and a great divergence from our way of life to what we have today. Today, because we lose the value of our ancestral music and the role they play in our life, music change. Biafra music from 1970s into 80s, 90s, and into 2000. You will see there are great difference. In those days when we listen to music, it depends on the occasion they are playing the music. They communicate with you. Piano, 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 kanyi jofu binebi, eh. Kuriane nola, muigbo, kuriane nola, muigbo, kuriane nola, kuriane nola. Ndi banyi, ewetala mono ozioma. I cannot sing it very well, but I know what he's saying. He's asking, Igbos wake up, Igbos wake up, Igbos wake up. Let us live with one man. I brought you good song. I brought you songs of good tidings this day. Come together, let us reason. Wake up from your sleep. That was one of our sister. And do I remember our sister before Yoruba carried her? That was a song of entertaining. Onye gagbegu iya, gagbegu iya, onye gagbegu iya. That was a music to entertain. Everybody was lively, everybody was happy. They had the role to play. And then music died. in the 90s. And immediately we entered late 90s. What do we hear? Ekwe, I don't jogodo, me I don't jogodo. Hey yeah, I don't jogodo. I wanna feel Ire. That is what we hear again, Biafra musician. What do you jogodo? Because you don't know who your father is. Ekwe, Orobo master. I want you to go and listen to the music this generation are playing. You will see why they will never recover if you don't divide Nigeria. Go, Biafrans, anywhere you are in the world. It is time for us to harness the power in the music. Your women are bitches. They now get out and say, I want to. Your women are bitches and all. Do you have sense? But of course, you don't know who your ancestors are. That is why you can open your mouth and call your women bitches and all. Blacks are the only people who do that because they don't know their ancestors. And come here to Africa, we are the only people who make caricature of nonsense thinking we are singing music. We lose our morality, we lose ourselves, we lose everything that we are in the end of it. We can't communicate to ourselves, and even when we do, it does not make sense any longer. And of course, I will stop here, and hopefully by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, we will continue from the second segment of this very study, which will give us, or which will enable us have in-depth look of what we are seeing, because it is just trying to create a preamble for you to understand it. I'll be back in a minute. Pachalanya.
Makanetu Moma Sadinana,
Orugana Sadinime.
Imano Moma Masimanenu, Emese Papu Sonjoni Maro. Amufani na Buze Soni Rese. Uwataze Nirufa Musabani Amu. Apava Yuma. Emese Nifato Chaba Inazu. Ipade Beze Kinani. Apose Monyenda Pongwande Mu. Monyekanga Pose Nyoma. Ebu watu kwenu Monekene. Ewo.
Yes, of course, Amandian Easy. That was when men were men. At this moment, our lines are open. The simple truth I want you to consider this evening. Imagine if we were to be marching to protest. We now begin to sing. Which one are we going to sing? Baby Oku. Inside the war front, now I see Baby Oku. But you will not understand. Our lines are open at this moment. Our WhatsApp line is 07081. Yes, of course, Amandian Easy. That was when men were men. 456. At this moment, our lines are open. The simple truth I want you to consider 5297. Imagine if we were to be 1221 to protest. We now begin to sing. Which one are we going to sing? Special number for 288 58614. Special number for the female 081288 58614. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling for? Caller on the line.
Hello.
Good evening from here.
Good evening, George Onyeibe. Hello. Ọmụ abonye agwara gị na m chọrọ ikwu okwu na redio a na-ajụ m ajụjụ. Mgbe e nyere anyị Biafra bụ ụbọchị a ndị Naịjirịa na-amị ebe na ndị gbagbuo ndị mmadụ. That is the ka chi nyere anyị Biafra. Ya bụ enwere m ozi mma ezi nke esiri ka m zie ndị Biafra. Ịma agwara nke ụbọchị ahụ sị ọ bụrụ ife niile ị na-ekwu datara n'anya ya, but ihe dị mkpa bụ ekwu eme. So ihe ị ga-eme bụ mana etu mụ na ị ga-esi mee.
Yes, I will still talk to you after the program.
Okay, and they send the good text to you many times.
Still send the text message, please. Still send me text message on that line.
Okay, I'm gonna send the text message.
Please.
Okay, when I just suppose to go privately before I'm gonna try to see range.
Don't worry, still send me the message. I will tell you how we are going to see.
Okay.
Sir. Caller on the line.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Mazi Onyeibe, I want to greet my fellow Biafrans and our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Deputy Uche Moyofo, and greet you also. Actually, I did not start with you people due to current. We don't have light. The zoo country does not give us light. But I just want to say a very big thank you to what you're doing to us. Continue to bless you and bless our supreme leader and our deputy, Uchemofo. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. The idea behind what we are seeing here is what we are fighting for is our ancestral land. So it's not evil to fight for your ancestors' land. How can it be evil to go back and claim your ancestors' music? You want only ancestor land. You don't want ancestor music. You don't want ancestor native way. And then something is certainly wrong. We must go back to our root. This is the only time the land of Biafra will open her hand and welcome us. It is our ancestors' land we are fighting for. Don't you get it? Music are meant for a purpose. They are supposed to serve the purpose of which they are made for. Because if we find ourselves in that situation or circumstance and we refuse to deploy this weapon, you don't know their weapon. You know in your Bible that the children of God, they marched around the wall of Jericho, and they were singing and praising the Lord, and the wall of Jericho fall. Don't you know that this war, some of them will need to sink, and then the wall of Nigeria will sink? How will you make use of this weapon if you don't even understand it exists before our land was invaded? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Mazi, calling from Iguacha.
Go ahead.
I call to thank you for what you are doing for the people of Biafra. We thank you because if not with you, with Martin and the Canada came before, many people have been gone by now. But we thank you. May you come and guide you and protect you and your family.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Our God is faithful. We want Biafra, soul, spirit, and body. Total Biafra is what we want. And we must be prepared. Caller on the line. Go ahead. Ada, go ahead and move away from your radio. Of course, when you call, move away from your radio. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hey. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
My name is Onyeibe. I'm calling from Ohaugu, Ebonyi State, Biafra land. Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead, the word is listening. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Ginika. I'm calling from Enugu province of Biafra land.
Go ahead, my sister. Monitoring spirit.
I just want to thank you for this back. I don't know. I just tell me. May Amadio have fight all your battles. I pray for just. I know that just people will come because you all of you in the Biafra have opened our eyes. We understand. We know. We know who we are. It's no longer that. I wonder if we are going to rally now and we are singing Panting on you. That is the most music I hated. So I was like, imagine what kind of music is these people singing? I don't know. Oh God. May Chukwu Kabema bless you. And I could remember that if, as I am now, if I want to know what Chukwu Kabema has for me now, I will just keep on singing praises. Chukwu Kabema singing praises. If I sleep, I will see everything I want to see. And all those things I will see will just be true. If I want to communicate now, I will sing more of music than prayer. More of music, more of praises. more of praise. The day in October, the day I saw Biafra for the first time in 2005, I was singing. I know I was praying for something, but I was singing. On that singing, I was singing and slept off. That's the day I saw Biafra. And we won. That's why on 2012, I saw Biafra, Radio Biafra a lot. If you see the kind of shout I shouted that day, because my brother bought me a phone, a small phone, Samsung. Then I opened Facebook. I saw Radio Biafra, London. I say, is there anything called Biafra existing in this worldwide? That is, I was so happy. That's the year that our leader promised me that if I keep praying for him, that he will go and bring Biafra for me. That's why if I say Biafra is for me alone, not that it's a verse, that I only call Biafra is for me alone. Because my leader promised me to get Biafra for me. And he's sitting Biafra for me. And I'm praying for him. I'm singing him. I'm praising him. And I say, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another savior.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Like our sister said, for instance, we are marching. And then we begin to sing, oh, panting on the road, panting on the road. No. There was a reason why they were singing. The wall of Jericho fall down flat. The wall of Jericho fall down flat. The children of God were praising the Lord. The wall of Jericho fall down flat. Do you know when our ancestors, our father's generation of 1967 and 1970, when they were chanting war song, do you know Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani were running when no man was pursuing them? Go and ask them. Are you still there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes, Mazi Onyeibe, good evening.
From here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Prince again, calling from Qatar.
Go ahead, my
Prince
brother.
Obi. Yes, I want to use the opportunity to bless you, bless our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and all our directorate and principal officers for God's guidance, wisdom, and sustenance. I want to contribute by making this request to all IPOB and Biafra, wherever you are. I want to encourage us to be more fanatical about Biafra. We need to be very fanatical about it. And just like a Pentecostal pastor will tell some people, when you're coming to church the next day, come with a new member. So I want to charge all of us. Now is the time of evangelism. Let us look around us, wherever we are. Those people who do not believe, those of us, there are so many of us who don't even know much about this IPOB, who don't know much about this struggle. They just feel, oh, anytime Biafra comes, they're good. They don't know much. So I want to charge us to intensify our evangelism. Anybody around us, our friend, our neighbor who is a Biafran, who don't know much about this IPOB, who don't know what's happening, let us evangelize to them. Map out strategy with which to talk to them with the intention of winning them as a soul. Because many of them don't know about this, and many people don't listen to the Biafra. I know how many people I have talked to. Many people I have won their hearts. Many people that doesn't know about the Biafra, about IPOB. But because I do send them some extracts, some link, I tell them about it, and now they also become warriors. So I think it's a time we begin to talk to ourselves. Know how best to talk to ourselves, to win ourselves, to get to evangelize this Biafra. So that, because now you can see that people are buying into the idea. It is because of our collective effort. So let us continue to do that and do even the more. Because now we need everybody to key in. If you watch now, our borders in the Neverland area, it is no longer the same what it used to be. Now, majority of them have come to know that they are Biafran actually. In fact, the majority of them are more fanatical about it. It is because of our continuous effort in evangelism. So I want to encourage all of us, so let us continue to do even more. Biafra will come.
Thank you very much. Caller on the line, your name and where you calling from. Caller on the line.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here, ma. Go ahead, please.
This is Machikuja calling from Boy province.
Go ahead.
I just really want to thank you this night. I've been trying since I have never been through. I really thank you today. Today is really my day. You are too much. You are the lion of Biafra. Your words of encouragement and your teaching is something else. If anybody should not come closer to this university, I don't think the person will ever survive it. Because the kind of teachings and the understandings and all the eye opener that I have been able to get since I joined into this program, I really thank God for it. It's the best thing that would ever happen to me in life. Without IPOB, I don't know where I would have been. I really thank God for everything. This music you really talk about it today is something really educating, because these days what they normally think is and baby, you don't make me fall in love. Something that has nothing to do or to build up somebody's spirit. But some of the music you sang, the lamentation on the encouragement on the communication on here, as you are changing it, I was even taking to this because it's something that we just someone to better and the person you sign everything and you get yourself together. I'm so much encouraged and so much loving. And before I would like to probably not go without thanking our leader, the group of our time of Mazi of Biafra land, and the deputy, and also our state group only. You people are so much, and I will not drop the line without congratulating you, appreciating you. You are too much. All the media, all the people in the media, you people are wonderful. You people are really selected. The IPOB, they have everything. I really thank God for you people. And I pray that God will continue to protect and preserve and keep you. And more especially you that are in this zoo part of the country, receiving all the bullets and everything, but I know one with God is with majority. They are more, the zoo is gone and is gone forever. How will go pay? There's nothing they can do. I appreciate you, my Lord, and the lion of Biafra. I say, may God protect and preserve you. In Chukwukabiama's name, I pray.
I see. Thank you very much. Our people must learn to embrace the truth. Don't shy away from the truth. If I am from Rome, they will be calling me St. George. But I'm from Abo, you will call me Onyoma George. It's just simple. We fight to get back our ancestral land. And so we must embrace our ancestors. Call out on the line, your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah.
Good evening from here.
Hello?
I will advise you to move away from your radio set and go ahead. The world is listening.
Yeah. It's Casey Onyeibe. Casey Onyeibe is calling from Italy. It's from Orumba South local government area.
Go ahead, please.
You know, at times, if you are teaching us like this, then we continue learning more from you. You know, when they're talking about something like our ancestors' ways, both music and other things, people never understand that those things have power and have way to do their things. But when you go deeply, know what happened in this world, then we know that music has power. And music is great. You know, at times, the problem we have is this. When they are talking about Christians, and many things happen to us as a Biafrans, it's not easy. These people use the whole strategies to bring us down. They use Christianity, they use everything, both entertainment. I watched something Peter Doche, the interview where they do some days ago, something like that. He says that Biafra can never be restored, this and that, because Igbo don't have access to see. These are talking jaggers. An elderly man like that, who asked this thing from Chimiachebe, things fall apart. See what that old man like that is talking.
If they lose their way, that is because they lose the sight of who they are.
That is, I never understand what happened to our people. Those you think that they are human beings, that is, they are more than idiots. They can never understand them. All of them from A to Z. We thank God for IPOB, except Mazi Nnamdi Chemofo. Oh, my brother, we are already finished. But we thank God that everything is coming closer. It's coming closer every day by day. Very soon we will get our independence. We thank God for everything. Continue your good work. God will bless you.
Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I'm still there. Yeah, I'm there. Hello?
Go ahead, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm coming from Europe, from Spain.
Go ahead.
Menwanero.
No
Wamaba.
No wale nema.
Yamana le kuni.
Mba.
Menwane for me said there.
Elebeki one we said there.
Nwane Doris.
Nwane Doris onye kawe.
Onyama, weleku. Nwa acho inrishi. Nwa calling just I contribute to, but inrishi for where. Nane.
Ogochiku we.
We hold on.
Wow, onye ka de kwankwas. Umegu yini message nka kpo umegu.
Chief George Onyeibe wa.
Ndonwa.
Ya hondi kai walara hura.
Ayin ka kpo tie we. Yunwe ten.
Walara hura.
Yunwe ten hele.
Isele.
Ebo mani ten hele we wa ki ten. Onwe ni be.
Hotel ten. Walara hura. My brother, ihe le me ba ho alebo wataika. I'm telling you, Europe citizens wataika. So ndike walara hona. This is the time that country can
ndi Igbo we ha njire mo no. Ya ahoma agwa we many one we ndi Igbo enyi la ndị nke ebe ahụ were alioyibo atụ ekpure siku ya ka yeni we ka enyere arịọ we enyere agwa we chani wele wete ụra nle iru emu akpami onye isi enyi maka na amara m agha ni we buru isi ya menye mari ni onwe wetu mezi agha ni we buru isi me mari ni onwe wetu mezi ndị ni wepu enya ndị Awụsa le ndị Yoruba le ndị Fulani ihe keje enyenyi me enyere kovako kanu agwotako we wa agwa azo nwo kwukwo ari onwo
elekere wala azo go ari onwo elekere okay ehwa agbapo ka ode eba hu wo he me we nu egbapo ehwa agbapo wala log wa ho wa ha gbapo we kapo go yes we mwini we buru ale we buru
ndị wenye sini onye ojije nwe wohio kalwa ha ojije nwe lo anu obia ije nwe la ebol ijego ya mani ni lako imemulo hunire nwura akwade mele hunjije ko urugudu da lode gangaragam mmu we papo si wa lo hazi ele papo iblu ha we burugo lo na di amani here many irusi nworogodo be no so ihe legbe itale ndị bi lo na di lo na mwa chupu ma chupu njeme nwa muliwe na di ndị bi ne ba wa chupu mpopu get wesem who are you onya kewo ulo na di mo ulo even onye bi merum oburu ekpa ma ime palo onye bi merum me rekwo ulo arimakata oruwenderi akata ogweji mari ni menwulo we say do de pele se pe nim eriri pu house ya so weza oko. Thank you very much my brother. Thank you very much.
So they need to wake up. They need to wake up. This fight, no fighter. MLA Digbo, MLA Biafra. My brother, I end up planning. Allo area.
Thank you very much.
Dodo ni. Ne kwani wa ni boy na po. So gwa we ni kendi ke ni we di hoto ne logon. Okay, now when we lay pipeline for hello.
Wano.
When we lay a pipeline from Niger Delta down to Tunisia, where the which country? Pipeline down to from any more year. When they lay a pipeline now from Nigeria, from that zone called Nigeria down to Tunisia.
Chukuya yine ka nke menwa one also we good pipe we be ni di really guri enyi kwade me wakamani ya ha ihe la era agwa ndi orugodo ndị kai bọọlụ no rele ndị anyoma onu ga bandiri ndo ugbo jobo knife igba ka igbo to onu ga de ru onicholo no no chigbo idumuje obio e bọọlụ no rele tehin nura ije lu ya kanyi jeko chukwa ni lishi wenyi tehin nura.
Yes. Net protest, bo le net protest, any country protest, we one yes protest, yotano, any country will let it, protest the whole world, and we protest, one yes we need the Western world, where can die boost, this is brother, yotano, protest, they were my yes, yotano. So then Lord, everybody.
Well, it's a home. Kanu onye kangu hwale o. Onye kangu hwale. Kanu megwe.
Anum kiku that day. Kill broadcast. Anum kiku. They are form my brother. A form that somebody when they had many Jews they call last time. Yotano.
Okay.
Many do they call last time. Somebody that Chuku came because of my brother because of near la party to that country. Yeah, hi. Yatano. Only also be nula lay no rema. Puko my brother. Yamana for Italia. Anyway, I say you want who le kuni amano me. Go this book this way better. Anyone Yamano. Yatano. But along the line. But I love the like man. So when take it hard, I went a lalo. I mean here Romalia home. I put up. Oh no, La Puco. Yotano. In la one label, I like it. Oh no, La Puco. But woman already see. I got family lay Roma. Can lay po. Well, I say I lay Roma. Can't put it. And I saw when in the politician. Where I lapo. Yotano, all those kind of things. Well, you can look near Allah not divide, all divide, you know, I like a cat to buy ma, they won't like a Dubai more. Well, I like a cat to buy ma, Brafa, I got to buy ma, no one hoto. Yotano, no one hoto, he said, this is my brother, I mean, he said, this is my brother. Then no one wasn't like a top on the full of me, tupu, and the full of me, and then. My brother, I can put him piano or color. The maker,
Omegu ye de ni mi heba ho omegu ma boki ye kile. Nimbu iche bendi ani. Ndo ekere. You make sir. We must continue. Yes, sir. Caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line.
Mazi.
Good evening.
Mazi. Good evening, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Mazi, good evening, sir.
Go ahead, my brother.
God my blessing in the name of Yahweh Yeshua. My name is Emeka Nwewo, and I'm calling from Ebonyi province, Biafra land. I thank you for all you have been doing to us. In fact, I'm very grateful and I also very happy for you because just like, let me just say that it's all what everybody has said that if we do not hear your voice, in fact, my brother, I will not sleep that day. For today now, I'm very, very happy for all we are doing. I greet our spring leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and all the Biafra ones worldwide. I say, may Chukwuka them, I bless them in the name of Yahweh Yeshua. Like they say that Fulani, like those people, they say that they set security that they are not coming in. There is where I went today in Ebonyi province. I see that they used to come in the midnight. Then now they say that have security along the road and highway and this and that. Then they used to come in the midnight and offload their cow and their Boko Haram military or whatever they will call themselves, like this afternoon. And when they in the midnight in the forest in Ebonyi here, even closer to new government house, they offload there with their people. I saw it like not that the person say or they did not say. I see it live today. Then I say, where are them? Where are them? Understand? So I am not happy because they just get anybody that sees that, let them give information. I'm giving accurate information to you now. Let our people wake up. I'm very happy for all you people are doing for us. In fact, continue. God will bless you. Chukwukadema will bless you. I'm blessed. In fact, I'm very great. I'm happy every day by day. We are moving forward. We will not go back.
Thank you very much.
For those ones that call themselves elites and whatever, in fact, shame to them. Because those that are sleeping inside bush speak more than you people, and you people don't want to wake up. I don't know what will happen to Igbo people that lead them. In fact, I don't know what will happen to them for them to wake up. What next do they want to see before they will wake up? I don't know what they want to see again. Those elected, those that say that without them nobody again can speak. What next do they want to see again before they will wake up? Shame to them. Like me now, I am not educated. I didn't go to school, but I'm more than them now. Because because I know that what they are afraid is they will come and kill them, whatever. If they kill you, man die, man come. All those are they stronger than those that have died? Are they so more than Ojuku and who on those?
That is about that music. That is about that music we are talking about. There is a music my father used to play as a child. The music say, yes. When you finish listening to this song, nobody threatens you. These are some of the weapons we have neglected, and then it lies in the hand of the enemy. They use it to manipulate us. People do not understand what we are saying. Go and look at all the Yoruba Church of Company in Nigeria. Igbo people, women especially, is the one singing for them. But you will not even know the Igbo woman any longer. Because when they sing, for them to be accepted by Yoruba, they now put you, but they don't understand they are selling their birthright. There are many of their music I can love to play here. But because they put another language that is not the language of heaven, I don't play their music. That is how we are.
That is it. That you said now reminds me to ask. I always been, even in my mind, I always ask, where are our general overseers? Those that say that we die on top of water, where are them? They have now had Gloria virus or whatever they call it has come and none of them speak. Everything. Who is the next to speak the truth without the pastors and general overseers? Now they cannot come out. They want the one that they say is ritualist to come and speak before them. In fact, I thank you, Judge Onyeibe. I'm happy to speak with you today. May Chukwuka bless you and bless your family in the name of Yahweh Yeshua.
And you too, my brother. You see. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Wele mambo wele mambo wele let us go Biafra, let us go Biafra, we are ready. Ako na suso ona roho na muta
onye were mgbasa obi ọ ga-amụta akwụkwọ ọ bụ na ndị mụ na ya. Oh my God. That was what we sing in primary school. Look at old school here. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's been a great wonderful evening to remember our school time songs. I'm more than Onyeibe. God bless you for remembering us, who we are and where we started. Things that we have forgotten about. I could remember those days in primary school. Anytime we hear this song, that you'll be thinking about the rice that Mama cook at home. We'll be thinking that is the happiness. Anytime we start singing this song, we know that already it's time to go. My name is Mazi. I came from Umuaka in Olo province, Biafra land. But I serve the region of Biafra here in Russia as the national coordinator. Fellow Biafrans around the globe and lovers of freedom, greeting from Moscow. It's quite a pleasure that our leader Mazi has given us the wonderful gift, the greatest gift that we can boast of. That is our media platform, our radio, our television, where we can be able to interact like family. Since the history of Biafrans, since after the war, nothing have united us together like our media platform. And we thank Chuko Kabema for our leader Mazi, because that's him. That is our people that are so-called elders that want respect from us, that they are in Abuja, everywhere they want respect. They don't want insult. They don't care. Even Ekweremadu pocketed the money that was given to build road for some people, and yet he wants respect. So, but Mazi Kanu have denied himself so all that he have to make sure that Radio Biafra is on air till today. So I pray that may Elohim Chukwukabra bless him and keep him alive for us. At least we need him at least in the next 100 years. That he will live with us and also so that we can be able to beat Biafra, for Biafra to be the country that he had dreamed of. Because I believe without him, all this same way they will still mess up Biafra. But with his presence in our land, I believe and I have the assurance that our country will be the most emulating country in Africa. Actually, I don't have much to say, but I'm just happy, Mazi Onyeibe, this evening for telling us that is the power that is in the song that we used to sing. So, and I pray that all our artists, all the people that have been singing for Biafra since this song started, may Elohim bless you. Because you see, when we are hearing all this song, we don't know what is motivating them. We think some of them just to sing.
Many of them are not musicians. I can swear to you, many of them are not musicians. But when they put a laptop, put an Android phone together, put a keyboard, what they bring out at the end of the day, you will understand that there is a power that shapes our way. Believe me. Go ahead, please.
That's true, Mazi. Because we are born, it's only in Biafra that you will born, you will see born scientists, you will see born musicians, you will see born dancers. You see a little child that is 2 years or 3 years old, when he's dancing, you will be thinking, where did he learn this thing? So I still pray that Chukwukabra will bless all our musicians, both old and young. Both all the people that pray will sing one song or the other to make sure that is to remind us our history, to remind us and to encourage us to continue pushing on. I pray that everything will bless you abundantly and also give you more grace and more energy and open your mind and wisdom so that you're able to be creative and also to produce more songs. Here in Moscow, here in Russia also, I pray that our brother Chinedu, the fast coach, whom God also is using to sing it, that is to produce song here in that is to bless IPOB worldwide. I pray that we also bless him abundantly and make him to produce more song for his nation Biafra, so that all of us be edified.
Thank you.
I want to thank you, Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank
May
you, my
Elohim
brother.
bless you and keep you.
And bless you too. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp. The network seems to be pulling you down, but let's see how it goes. And then our people must understand. Are you on now? Caller on WhatsApp. Bola.
Yes, hello.
Go ahead.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Go
Okay,
ahead.
good evening. Good evening. Good evening, sir. My name is Chika Johnson, calling from Lomitogo. I just have a little word to say concerning what Peto Deche said, that Biafra will not actualize because we don't have sea. I want to let him to understand.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello. I want Peter Doche to understand that Burkina Faso don't have any sea. They used to bring their goods in Lomitogo before they take it back to Burkina. Sometimes you will see these people in the movies where they are speaking their big grammars. You will thought that these people have something in their brain. An elderly man like that is speaking that rot that Biafra can.
It's quite unfortunate. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, the network is okay. Thank you very much. You see, I want to Mr. Peter Doche. He's an elderly man, an old man. He don't have much years to live. Let him stay away from anything concerning Biafra. It doesn't concern him. We are still young. If you don't know what to say, let him shut up his mouth. He's an elderly man. They don't know what they're supposed to say. Let him go and sleep.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The truth cannot be overemphasized. In terms of Pet or Diche, I as a person have respect for him. But with time, I understand that the very work he projected is not his own work. But still, I have respect for him. When he uttered a poet or a playlet written by Chine Achebe, the original Nobel Laureate Award winner, I loved him. He behaved like his father's son. He's not an ignorant man. They are just bought over by the cabal. I refuse to believe that Peto Deche is an ignorant man. I have met him severally in Alesuti's house. We sat together, we talk. I see the level of knowledge these people possess. It's just like Alesuti now joining APC. We understand all these things. These are the power and the influence of cabal. But that having been said, it is unfortunate for all of them because they cannot change the hand of clock. Where we are heading to, they will not stop it. Anybody who stop Biafra restoration will be crushed. Nigeria can borrow money and borrow money. They will borrow money till the whole world will borrow their money. And they will start dragging over who owns that money. Our enemy will use their hand to kill themselves. Our brother who just called from Russia Federation, our coordinator of course, he sang a song, and believe me, I will say something about it before I receive the last call, and then we wrap up this segment. In those days when we were in school, that song he sang was what we used to sing immediately after recess period, break period. Honestly, I cannot sing it very well, but like I always say, I know what it was saying. We say it, Akoko na so so, Akoko na so so, Ona so na muta onye wiri nkasubi oga muta akoko omuta muna. I can't say that place now, but he said to study is very sweet. To study is very sweet. It is very wonderful if you are patient to study, to learn. And when you study and you learn, at the end of the day, if your parents are wealthy, then that book you have learned is going to benefit many people. These were songs of encouragement. Believe me, how many years on, they still live fresh in our heart. But what do you have? I don't jogodo, me I don't jogodo. Why won't you drink and fall inside gutter? When you the only thing you they sing, you put earpiece for ear, begin they listen to I don't jogodo. Even when you not smoke Igbo, the one another person smoke go catch you. But there are powers there you have not seen them yet. Of course, I take one call more and then we wrap up this segment. Akirolweke, are you still there?
Yeah, Mazi, I got kids in Biafra land. My brother from another room, I appreciate you like always. I appreciate Ian Agragoz, I appreciate Awonyendo and every hardcore Biafran doing the needful I say good evening from here. I remain okay for the Siwe Chronic. I hear from Omaka still remains in all the province of Biafra land. Mazi, that song my brother sang, it has a very good meaning. Mazi, you know, those days, even tonight, there are some inspirational songs. Like that first song you sang today, that is from Stephen Osadebe, 1975 or 1976. Mazi, and the other one was Stella Nadis and Porter Carlo. All these Mazi, people use song to express certain things, and it gives or it portrays exactly what they are singing. Mazi, take for instance, do you know that it was all this Nanzu and Biafra artists, say Biafra artists that sang to the liberation of South Africa today. So no course and all of them.
Of course.
Majek Fashek, all of them. Yes,
all of them.
These are Biafran artists. Yes. And the other Christian Senibokwe, Tetano Nora. All these things have a very deep meaning. Okay, that Christian Senibokwe is led. But that song still now it's playing Tetano Nora Umibo. You can hear that. Wake up, Igbos. Do she know that we'll get to where we are today? But like my brother, the national coordinator of Ndiko said, Mazi, we thank our beloved or memories of Nnamdi Kanu and his lieutenant that gave us this day, that gave us this wonderful opportunity. Because IPOB, I say, is a contact. Without IPOB, you can't know me, I can't know you. But today, we are one big and united and happy and formidable family. We thank Ekekro for that. Mazi, there is no too much talking in the evening gospel. What you are doing, we appreciate it. Nothing like this day. And it will remain memory in our life till the end of the time. All these teachings you are teaching us. Mazi, we don't have much to say, but I say, may Ekekro will keep you. Let our new artists now, like he rightly said, somebody will be going on the road with him, he think he's mad. Mazi, where are the likes of peace, queer them, flavor them? Let them come and use this way and do whatever they can do. And our artists, even Chike in America, he's doing greatly well. You know Chike, that's what somebody we are trying to mention his name in America is Chike. All of them are coming together. Look at Ugochin, a lot of them, and they are united now, BMI. And when he tell those big one to go and join them, they feel that no, it's not like that. Asra Rienka, join your brothers. Adem a big man. Adem, you come grow your own. IPOB is your family. Declare IPOB. Get it. Many Makibe drag the Obasanjo to South Africa. We Republic. Hangway Republic. Can't our ladies, these are our pretty egos, use what they have now and get us, not to go into Fulani, our uncircumcised idiot that cannot do anything. Look at Genevieve. He was moving with Atiku. Where is Atiku today? What did she get? To give you soup, is that the what here? Let everybody come and let us do the needful. And those of you from Imo State, Honorable you people are saying what is trending, what is playing. Call the number and do the needful. Plus 48739 672 638. Plus 48739 672 638. We have Emia. Don't forget that as you sleep. Mazeke keep you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ndewo. Of course, I will be signing up on this segment. Believe me, do not go anywhere. I will be back in no time. Remain focused, remain Biafra, remain human. For in the end, Biafra is our destination.
to the Y. The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
You're listening to. This is Y to the Y. To the Y. The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
You're listening to. This is Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is still Radio Biafra Extra. We have been fighting with one principalities and power. We have been fighting with one Yoruba man on social media network, Facebook, to be precise. We have been fighting with those who say our voice will not be heard. We have been fighting with the cabals. Radio Biafra Extra is streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Kafo Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. No matter how hikers and other criminal-minded individuals may war with us on the social media platform. And the end, we are still here. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Okukano. He is the king of Afari Beku, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people. Afari Beku is in Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. Remain the one and the only man who stood up to speak for all of us in a time like this. I am George Onyeibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, I cannot proceed until I acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Kika Biama. And in my humble way this evening, I say to him, Anyị na-aja gị mma o, maka n'eziokwu na-emara mma o. Ịhụnanya anyị na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadị o ịmakwa n'inwe gị mgbanwe o ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alfa na Omega anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdị mma o ịdị ya agbanwe Chineke ịdị ya agbanwe Edi ya agbanwe anya n'elu ụwa m edi ya agbanwe etu ahụ dị na mbụ ị ga-adịgide o edi ya agbanwe ihe ahụ ị na-eme ya ka iji marịa gị o edi ya agbanwe ọ dịghị onye yiri gị Chineke ọ dịghị onye yiri gị Ikarele ya se gị bụ akpata na-eku nwa ikarele ya se gị bụ n'eluigwe n'ụwa ahụ ịdị ya agbanwe ise. And of course, without wasting much of our time, we will go on to our message this evening. Biafrans across the globe must understand. Our fathers before us has engaged the same enemy we are fighting today. They fought in different form, in different phase, and they have their experience with them. They encounter the enemy in every way imaginable and every way possible known to them. And we are grateful to the Creator that we are here today. The greatest privilege we have that they didn't have is that we have them to learn from. They didn't have us to learn from. And the greatest strength IPOB possesses today is that he is gathering the mistakes and the correction or correctness of our ancestors, putting them together to become part of our beating heart. Without that, believe me, we just begin to warm up because the journey has just begun. And so I must encourage you as a Biafran. We will talk to you the way we talk to you. We really don't hate you. The Biafra we seek for is not for George Onyeibe, it's not for Mazi Kano, it's not for Mazi Uchimefo, it is not for the members of the DOS, it is not for any group in Biafra land. The Biafra we seek for, first of all, is for Biafrans. Somebody say you are biased. If we are not biased, if you don't hate that which hate you, you are deceiving yourself. Somebody say we're going to be more civilized. You are an idiot. You don't have sense, because all the civilization the blacks are civilizing in America, where has it led them to? Nothing to show for it. You say we are going to be gentle and believe in God. We have been believing in God since you were born, and God will bear witness to that. We have served him more than anybody that has walked on this planet Earth. We have served him more than Moses. We have served him more than Abraham. Don't you get it? Do you know what Abraham did? Have you taken time to study it? God is not punishing him. To cut the long story short, anybody talking about Biafra and you are in comfort, you are not talking about Biafra. Who hate Yoruba? Who hate them? Honestly, I don't do. But you see, when it comes to this issue of Biafra, when we get Biafra, we romance. Who hate Hausa in the first place? Who hate Fulani? I don't hate any of them. Because me, I have Fulani blood, though. Mama. But all of them, as far as they want us to remain inside Nigeria, I will tell all of them they are idiots until I don't have the privilege to tell them again. Where Bugunwata was Sakwanle? Where Bugunwata was Sakwanle? O tell them the registration at Batomakasa. Where was on Wako Young? Yahandi Wenjis and where also can you walk Garanya? Or Kamano and you burn. This is the time we come out and tell ourselves the truth. I remember a story I was told some time ago about two people who were involved in a motor accident. One black man and one white man. The black man sustained a very fatal injury, bleeding almost to the point of death, and the white man just have a scratch. They rushed both of them to the hospital. On getting to the hospital, setting them before the theater, they have to go one after the other. The white man, the Oyibo man, was busy shouting, I'm dying, somebody do something, the pain is very excruciating, I cannot bear it, I'm dying, oh, I'm killing me, the pain is killing me, somebody do something. He was shouting just for ordinary scratch. And then this was the black man with internal injury. He was bleeding furiously, in and out. But you know, he got to behave like a gentleman. Very born again idiot like that. He has to show them he's a strong black man. And so he was busy mumming. It's okay. They say, sorry, my young man. He said, it's well. It's well. How can he be well inside the well? And then the doctors look at themselves and say, this black man looks stronger. Let's attend to the white man first. And then they attended to the white man. Before they finished treating the white man, the black man has died. Because you see evil and you are romancing it, then we're gonna look good. All the whole good we have been looking, who he pay? The same way we are today. The people killing us are the ones shouting, oh, the pain is killing me. The pain is very unbearable. Oh, do something. Help us, oh Lord. Help us. But they are the one killing us. We that are killing are coming to do Oyibo. Who Oyibo pay? Who Oyibo pay? May God not allow us to deceive ourselves. But believe me, we know all of you. We are watching all of you. At the end, we will know who is deceiving who. We will know. Having said that, we move to our topic this evening, which is simple, titled, The Characteristics of the Cabal. In our study early this morning, we talked briefly about it, and I promised we were going to come back this evening and look at the characteristics of the Cabal. In that very study, we were actually looking at the power behind our misery. The power behind our misery as a people is the cabal. To take us down the memory lane to understand what we were talking about, I asked a historical question. A question that you are expected to answer, or you can better still ignore it. And one of them was simple. The first of it was, what is chasing you from Biafra land to the west and to the north of the zoo? As a Biafran, what is chasing you? What is chasing you up and down? You run away from Biafra land, you run to Yoruba land, you run to Hausa land. If you can't find out what is chasing you from your fatherland, then you are not ready to get your freedom. And that is if you even know that something is chasing you. The second question I asked that morning, this early morning was, what prevents you from bringing back your investment home like other Nigerians do as a Biafran? What prevents you from bringing back your investment home? If you can't understand the misery behind this circumstance, you cannot even begin to seek for solution. The third question I asked was, why did Ojukwu lose election, even in his own local government in Anambra State? Why? These are historical questions. If you like, answer it. If you don't like, don't answer. If you like, be sincere to yourself. If you like, be telling yourself lie. But the bottom line remains that I watch also, I got go mine. One day we shall tell the story how we'll overcome. Today we sit down comfortably to analyze the role those who has gone before us play, without knowing that the same finger we are pointing to them, it is going to point to us sooner or later. The number 4 question I asked was, why has the Northerners who have been in power for years, time immemorial, as far as we can remember, why is it that they have the highest number of poverty? Fulani have been ruling the whole Nigeria, hijacking power. Why is it that they produce the highest poverty? Number 5, why is it that with all the number of agitation coming from the Niger Delta, not one of them Onyeibe? Not one of them. All the agitation outside Ojukwu, I think IPOB, well, I will not compare IPOB with the like of any of them. Because IPOB is not about the Southeast. IPOB is not about the Igbo. IPOB is not about the Niger Delta or the South. IPOB stand between the living and the dead. IPOB speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people, whether you recognize it or not, whether you like it or not. From Idoma to Igala to Iyala to Bobura to Tinapa to Gebo, down to Andoni, Ogoni, Opobo Nkoro. You come down to Ikwere, Obibo, Oyibo. You go down to Abua, Ahoda, Odua. You go down to Mbiama Patani, Yeno Gwa. Run down to Bayasa. Everywhere to Urobo, Shekiri, Abraka, Ole. You go down to Kukuabo, Alehami, Uronigbe. You go down to Urugodo, Obio, Onecholona, Onichubo, Idumuje. You go down all of them to Ibake, Wohimi. You go down to Ozanisho, Zanogogo. I say you go down to everywhere in Biafra land. Mbanombi, Semba, Toru, Amando Bankure Olo. You go down to Ekusigo, Hihia Lambose. You go down to Inugu. Come down to Abia, Bendembili, all of them. Everywhere in Biafra land. Iguacha. Nobody speaks for them. Only IPOB. Forget about that I'm here today. I could only see them as answer to my prayer. And to the best of my ability, I will do what I will do to make sure that when the story of Biafra is told in the nearest future, they will see that the true children of God were actually members of IPOB. Are we enjoying it? No. Are we not fighting ourselves? Yes, we are. Are we not coming back together at the end of the day? Yes, of course we are. Because this is what makes us human. But we continue to hammer our enemy from every direction until they give us the freedom we long for, we yearn for, we cry for, we bled for, we die for, and we are here for it. Don't you understand? Finally, we are reducing ourselves to entertainer. We got to make Yoruba happy. We got to make Hausa happy. We got to make Fulani happy. We got to make Sabutua happy. We are reducing ourselves to what do you call it, entertainer. Chinekama Kweheljo. Having been able to remind us of how we got to this very place, like I said in the morning, our topic was simple. The power behind the misery situation and circumstance we find ourselves is simply the cabal. And if I say it's the cabal, who is the cabal? To know the cabal, you must know them by their characteristics, the way they behave. Kanu eje kwa akberfa. Kanu eje ne kwa akberfa. And so this evening, without wasting much of our time having been fast spent, let's rush and see the characteristics of the cabal. The cabal, first of all, could be good or could be bad in nature, depending on the interest they choose to serve. When you talk about cabal, there is cabal everywhere. There is cabal in heaven, there is cabal in hell, there is cabal in Biafra land, there is cabal everywhere. But you have the good cabal and the bad cabal, depending on whose interest they choose to serve. Some cabal are a group of individuals who influences power, who will the power, who stand at the corridor of power, choosing to use situation and circumstance to their own interest or to the detriment of the people, or to the interest of the people. Cabal may be a group of individuals, men or women, who come back and say, now, look at this money. We will not allow this money to go out of our circle. If I take, I give A will give B, B will give C, C will give D. Let other people die of poverty. And they make sure no, that money cannot go into the hand of any person that is not part of the cabal. That is cabal. Cabal can decide and say, if we die, we die. We must make sure that you be liberated. You see, we have two types. IPOB is a cabal. These are group men, young men and women across the globe, old and young, learned and illiterate, gentle and harsh, positive and negative. But the most important thing is that we have come together and said the zoo must fall. And so we do everything possible to scatter Nigeria. Scatter Nigeria, give Nigeria scatter. We are not here to repair Nigeria. I didn't join IPOB to repair Nigeria. I didn't join IPOB to have a better Nigeria. I didn't join IPOB to romance Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani. I joined IPOB that we might register our displeasure in the terrorist state called Nigeria. If it has changed, let us tell ourselves the truth so that some of us can go home. That is the cabal I belong to. And now, looking into the characteristics of the cabal, it is said that by their fruit you shall know them. The fruit of the cabal are made manifest. Of course, most of you are Christian. In the book of Galatians, it says, for the fruit of the flesh are made manifest. The fruit of the spirit are made manifest. The same way, the fruit of the cabal are made manifest. Number one, cabals are people with common interest who want things done in a particular way that favor them above the interest of the rest of the people. I'm dwelling about the evil cabal, group of individuals. They want things to be done in their own pattern, more than the interest of others. Today, Nigeria is being ruled by cabal. You can imagine the president, the terrorist himself, Buhari, is dead. I want you to sit back and look at the face of all those intellectuals, all those analyzers, all those holy men of God, women of God. I want you to look at all those senators. I want you to look at all those international organizations, all those countries who are projecting that they are righteous. I want you to look at all of them. You see how weak they are to come out and say Buhari is dead. Hello, say, well, Buhari is dead. They say Buhari is dead. We cannot subscribe to that. Nigeria is a sovereign nation. Who asks you whether Nigeria is not a sovereign nation? We say Buhari is dead. Why can't you come out and speak openly and say Buhari is dead? But you are cabal. But those who are not part of the cabal, they make sure they don't pay attention to you. After the civil war, after the genocidal war rather, those touts that were used by British government to put us in this zoo called Nigeria become the original owner or the manager of the company called Nigeria. They call themselves the 11 generals. Babangida is still alive. Gowon is still alive. T.Y. Danjuma is still alive. Obasanjo is still alive. I think all that idiot like Abacha and Buhari are dead. 11 of them. They made a vow. They formed a cabal. They will be the one who will rule. El-Rufai, Kwankwaso, and the rest of them. They formed the cabal. First of all, the Fulani formed the cabal. They have the highest number of cabal. They report directly to the God of Nigeria, the British. And they know they cannot be able to influence all the region. So cabals from other regions were incorporated into the cabal network that runs Nigeria. And so the first set of cabal, in line of cabal, was the Hausa, upon which platform they are using to undermine every sovereign nation that is trapped in the zoo called Nigeria. And then they move to Yoruba, upgrade their own cabal, incorporate them into the system of cabalism. And that having been done, they came down to Biafra land and formed their own cabal. Here in Biafra land, we call them saboteur. It doesn't matter whether they are politicians, it doesn't matter whether they are intellectual academia. We call all of them saboteur. They are part of the cabal. That is why your governor will tell you, my duty is to make sure to defend Nigeria and keep the territorial integrity of Nigeria undivided, not for the interests of the people. But then you go to Ambazonia, they are politicians, they are military personnel, they are people, all of them want to be free. They want to be liberated because they have been able to conquer the power of cabalism. And so this group of people, when we talk about cabal, there is cabal everywhere. Their own is that what they want is what is going to happen. The Fulani and the Hausa, the cabal will make sure that all of the youth, northern youth, all of them will be poor. Very poor. Because the poorer they are, the weaker they become. Yoruba does the same thing, but most of you will not know. But when it comes to these politics of undermining other people, politics of chameleonism, Yoruba have PhD there. They know how to deceive people. Our leader once said that Yoruba don't have land. They steal land. People will not understand what he meant. Yoruba steal land. I won't go deep because of our time. But they are specialists when it comes to Wayo. They managed to upgrade at least about 45% of Yoruba youth are not doing bad. They are doing well. Because they are the bookkeeper of Fulanis. But they have a very large number of poor people. They are falconizers and arborers. Plenty of Yoruba youth. The cabal of the Muslim controls everywhere in Yoruba land. Of course, which is almost 80% of Yoruba population. They are all Muslim. And then you come to Biafra land. The cabals are the one whose duty, their sole purpose is not just to impoverish us, but we refuse to be impoverished. Because no matter how Igbo man suffer rich, no matter how Ijaw man suffer rich, no matter how Akwa Ibom suffer rich, they no go set fear. They no go do shoemaker. Makeno yaya kona hiji. Our own cabal is to make sure they padlock our mouth. You can see how they say, oh, we prescribe IPOB. The cabals in Biafra land are to make sure that we remain perpetually poor. Our voice cannot be heard. And so that is the first characteristics. The second characteristics of the cabal is the reason of the cabal doing things in a particular way is to keep the people down. The cabal work very hard to bring you down. I have felt their power. I'm still feeling their power. They want to subdue everybody. For they want to reduce population. They are telling you G10 network, G20 network, COVID-19, coronavirus. They are just deceiving you. Cabal know what they are doing. That is why some of them, like Brigade, continue shouting, you must poison yourself, oh, take the poison, oh, take the poison, oh. Are they God? But they are cabals. So they divided it. Belgium, kill your people today. Belgium, kill. China, kill your people today. China, kill. Nigeria, kill your people. Do you know Nigeria told Nigerians not to worry about the increasing number of coronavirus victims? I was listening to the radio. Is it NDC, who are in charge of coronavirus campaign of Nigeria? They're telling Nigerians today, the number is going almost 13 million in the area. They are asking Nigerians, don't worry, even though the number is growing, as far as your people know that, don't worry about the number, we will amend it later in the area. And I smiled. They told you 30 million is dead, but they still told you not to bother about the increase in the number. Because cabal have to do the role. Everybody wants you to become coronavirus patient. By force, what are they hiding? These are the cabals. They keep you weak. It took me almost 40 minutes to restore this line. The cabal made it that way. Number 3 characteristics of the cabal. They block every access through which justice can catch up with them when their atrocity are brought to light. Cabal, they commit a lot of crime. And when they finish committing this crime, they design avenue to make sure that justice will not catch up with them. They go to bar, they conspire, they gossip. And when you catch them red-handed, the justice system will protect them. Why is DSS and EFCC, ICPC, why are they not after Obasanjo? Obasanjo left prison with 20,000 naira in his account. Today we know what he want. Why are they not after Babangida? Babangida was a thief, the originator, the pioneer of 419. Why are they not investigating him? Are we talking about Buhari's late Buhari's son? Why is Aisha Buhari running for Halliburton scandal? What did they do to Obasanjo, those criminals, Atiku, all the criminals? What did they do to them? They are the cabals. EFCC, ICPC, all of them cannot go for them. DSS, they can't. These are political bulldog to beat us down into cowardice so we don't talk. No matter what you do, the cabals control the corridor of power, and what they say will happen. Evidence are everywhere. You have in Imo State, you have in Biafra State. They decide how it is. Some run cabal everywhere. Oh, is he not Judge Onyeibe? We will deal with him. We will deal with him. Don't worry. We will wicked him. Thunder will fire you. I'm waiting patiently. You will deal with me. That is cabal. You did not do anything. You didn't do them anything. But the point is that Onyemani Hibe man apo waji. As you are calling cabal now, they are getting heart attack. Is he talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. There are mad people everywhere. These are their character. They just sit back. That guy, we have to victimize him. We have to deal with him. Come out in the open and say it. Then you will not be cabal. Cabal go back. They plan. They plan. That is what Nigerian done to us. Yoruba cabal have finished the arrangement. Their own is follow Igbo people. Follow them, romance them. Then they will see, they will change. And then a lot of Igbo people are trying to be intellectual, honest people. You see, Yoruba is not your fault. Hausa is not your fault. Igbo, it's Igbo fault. It's Igbo fault. Cabals are using your head. You can't see it. What are we not saying here? Who is suffering? Who is bearing the brunt of Nigeria? Whose blood is being split to keep Nigeria one? And then you wake up one day because you want them to call you good man. Who good man pay? Who good man pay? Cabal, they use your head. You can't see it. Number 4. They arm themselves with the weapon of deception, which enables them to pretend to be saving you when they are actually killing you. The cabal have the capacity to arm themselves with deception. They pretend they are saving you, whereas they are killing you. Some of them will come to you. Yeah, how are you? How are you? Have you eaten? Don't mind them. They are cabal. Some of them will come to you. Oh, how are you? How are you? Are you okay? Yes, are you okay? How is IPOB treating you? They want to record you. They are cabal. They don't rest. They are everywhere. Everywhere they are there. But they arm themselves with deception. And I love those people. They come to me constantly. And I have the privilege to send my message across to whoever wants to hear it. That is why you continually see in Nigeria. They will call cabals. Even fake cabal. Call a whole pet or dechi. Yes, how do you see Biafra? Pet will say, Biafra cannot come. Does he know Biafra? Does he know Biafra? Maybe because some politicians are dashing him money. He goes to beg money. Or the governor. He goes to their house and go and beg money. And then they say, see what we do. Just take this money. They discourage them from Biafra. We have seen the lack of Kenneth living in bondage. He continue living in bondage till tomorrow. All of you turn to Fulani. you will understand that your deception will come to nothing in the end. I tell people, I say the reason why IPOB will become an East or Puriche is that this is not Igbo affair. It gone beyond that stage. Oh, anyanye, nkaburu anyanye. It has gone beyond that stage. So when you are doing cabal, use your tongue and count your teeth. Ofenete yakenwanyo. Ofenete yakenwanyo. To know the cabals, they arm themselves. When you see them, know that they arm themselves with the power of deception. They are deceiving us. Our leader will bear testament to that. Young man, with this your followers, you can be very powerful politically. The same way they did to Juku. Why don't you mellow down? Go to a political party. Form one. Fulani will give you one. But who is in charge of the Supreme Court? Who is the Attorney General? Who is in charge of the AK-47? Who is the head of the DSS? Who is the head of ICPC? Who is the head of anything? Is it not the Fulani? The same people tapping you. Just take this money. I hope they have finished Akanibian Airport. They arm themselves with the power of deception. They sit back and look at all of us and say, who do we buy next? Mazi Kanu is having problem with them because he refused to join the cabal. If he has joined the cabal, by now we will still be TLM now. Once in a while we come and ginger on the street. And then we go back again. Then we build another hotel like Owazurike. The power of cabal. They arm themselves with deception. What you must know about this cabal is that they serve the interest of no other but themselves. So when you are walking around with them, understand that you are just a mere instrument to be used and dumped by them when you have finished serving their purpose and they have no need for you. Our leader says, serve the zoo and come back in shame. It was a simple way to tell you how the cabal function. Once they don't have any use for you, they dump you and throw you away. You are not part of them. They use you and dump you. When living in bondage, man was then trying to become politically relevant. Under the platform of APC, he was saying, Biafra, I don't know Biafra. I rather chop shit than to be Biafra. He has not eaten the shit, but he will chop that shit when the time comes. They use him, and they dump him. Where are all the articulation and articulation? The money they gave you, I wonder if it's still there. And you think we are stupid? The cabal have no interest in you. You are useless to them. They just need you as a stepping stone to cross certain abnormalities and then move ahead and dump you. Where is Edwin Clark? Where are all the Amayanamo? Where are all of you who has aided and abated these Fulani demons in Nigeria? Where are all of you? They know what they do. Now the cabal, their time is winding up. They are preparing the whole stage to bring in their children. Understand that you must fight to identify, expose them. You must fight this cabal. What you must know about them is that you must be willing to fight to identify and to expose them when you notice them anywhere around you. Cabals are growing root in Nigeria. Cabals are growing root everywhere around us because we do not make effort to fight and to expose them. You fight them, you expose them. This is what we learned from our leader. He don't spare anybody. He don't spare anybody. One of the slogans of IPOB in those days that a man came a pota ikue. You don't hide anything. What are we hiding? Snake give birth to snake. Goat give birth to goat. Lion give birth to lion. Without positive change or training manifesting from the life of these people, they remain who they are. All the history that we have with the Yoruba, dealing with the Yoruba since I was born, it all ended in betrayal. The same thing I was a Fulani as a Biafran people, and then the new generation of these people must show of the truth. They must show of the truth that they have evolved and not like their father. Until then, to me, they remain like their father. You fight them, you expose them. I remember one of our leader broadcasts, he said, barrister, Barrister, are you there? Can we trust the Yoruba people? Barrister say, no, we can't trust them. Alida say, no, we can't trust them. Are we trusting them now? Or people don't have sense? Are we trusting them? Do they trust us? What is good for the goose? Is it not good for the ganja? Everything you are doing, you think you are doing a holy man. You are complicating the mind of the gullible Biafrans. The mind of the weak Biafrans. You are killing them. And it will dawn on all of us. Don't worry. Emanka. Then when I come, I say, well, the Yoruba fathers, they didn't know well. And today the Yoruba father children, they are better. Who told you? Who told you? Can a snake give birth to a rat? Who told you? You must find them, expose them, identify them. Let the world know what. Are we not fighting and exposing Nigeria? How did we destroy Nigeria? How did our leader empty that Aso Rock? What did our leader do to Aso Rock? He would have come on air and tell us, the man in Aso Rock, I'm not sure it's Buhari. Even though there is a hole in the neck, but I'm still trying to find out. By now, he will still be finding out. And that is why when people come out and they say, oh, Nigerian politicians are thieves, we begin to rejoice. Oh, one man of God said they are thieves. Have our leader not said it? Are you knowing for the first time? Are you knowing for the first time? Tomorrow now they say, oh, the man in Aso Rock is dead. You begin to shout, oh, Luwale say Aso Rock is dead. Who told you? Has our leader not said that? We must identify them. We must fight them. We must expose them. Today, the whole world knows that Nigerians are thieves. Common thief. Today, the whole world knows what Fulani are doing. Today, the whole world knows how naked, how porous, how useless, and how wicked British government is than that of Nigeria. Why are you covering them? Have you become part of them? Finally, we must not forget about the grudges they bear. We must not forget about their bad work. We must not forget about that it is our life they demand. As you can see, the cabals are there to destroy everything about us. What is the interest of Nigeria? I want you to check it a little bit. Cabal made sure our land is not developed. Cabal made sure we don't have seaport. Cabals make sure our roads are not high. Cabal made sure that you can go to every university in the world. If you don't run out of Biafra land, you will end up being a keke na pepe or bicycle driver. Cabals are making sure you don't go to farm. Cabals are working hard to take away your community land. And now you have a cabal from our land who is giving them access, selling our land to them. You have cabal who are born to rule, coming to take over our land. We have cabals who are land agents, making sure they facilitate the sales of our land. Everything boils down to us. Biafran people, because of our time, watch out for this cabal. They are a group of individuals. They always have a target. As far as we are concerned, if we remain in Nigeria, we are gone. If we remain in Nigeria, we are gone. We are gone. We must identify them. If all I can do in my life is to begin to expose them, and then I think I have lived a fulfilled life. But for me to see what they are doing, we hide it? No. Never again. I'm here to see Yoruba man come and speak on the interest of Igbo man. Only when they want to mugu you to come and vote for them. Shewara went to Enugu. And some idiot, Hausa Fulani blood in Enugu. Oh, he's a Shewara, a revolutionalist. Oh, revolution. That is the only time they talk good of you. Oh, our brother FFK. Oh, he's formidable. He's our in-law. Una be idiot. Una be idiot. Una no get sense. And then our leader is in the evening broadcasting. The man in Aso Rock is dead. The same our in-law is broadcasting on the other hand. Oh, the man in Aso Rock have done what I told him to do. Then who is deceiving who here? You think the world are stupid? You are weak. And that is why they don't show you respect. Oh, Atiku is a good man. Articulization. Look at how all of you were singing Atiku praise. But little, very little, and almost too late for you to forget that Atiku sold all the federal government present in Biafra land. He sold them to himself. Intel, on airport, Indoroma, petrochemical, mechano generator, sold everything to himself. When they come out now, I just see some few Igbo people, just tip them, the Tiwempu. Are we actually born to Timpu for Yoruba or Fulani? When are they going to Timpu for us? And so if the cabal say no, this is how it will be. You tell the cabal no, it cannot be like that. We fight for justice. We fight for equity. We fight for transparency. We fight for our right to live. We fight that we might be the author of our destiny. We are not here to take Yoruba land or undermine anybody. We are here to tell them stop undermining us. So why all these useless dirty rumors? What is the latest? What is the latest? Fulani herdsmen want to take our land. What is the latest? What is the latest? They want to rape our women. What is the latest? They are preparing on their new location across Biafra land. They want to strike. And that day we will march. I hope one of us will not be issuing statement like Nnamdi Azikiwe, telling them that we brought this misery, this war upon ourselves. That we should not cry because we want to please Yoruba or Fulani. Understand how they function. Understand the purpose they exist for. Identify them by their fruit. Fight and expose them. That if you die in the process, men and women will understand what you die for. Today, nobody can come out and speak ill of the generation of 1967 and 1970. Whether you support them or you don't support them. The point is that they show that they are free men. They show that they are incorruptible. Many of them died on their foot, not on their nail. Because it is better to be disgraced because you say the truth than to romance people. You know, to romance, compromise your lineage and encourage them to bastardize your blood lineage. So men will say you are good. Do you know Adolf Hitler is a good man to German citizen despite how many people he killed? Do you know that useless man who cut off the hand of the Congolese, what is the name of this terrorist? Do you know he's a good man to his people? He's a saint. Do you know terrorist Ruga dishonored in London with every atrocity committed here? Cabal makes evil. Cabal paints white to black, and they paint black to white. Biafrans must choose their stand. Those of you on Facebook, most of the communities are Bayelsa, Niger Delta. Cabal made your life that way. And most of the Fulani you are seeing there is Hausa. Fulani made it that way. And the cross section of those videos there are Yoruba. Their Cabal made it that way. As far as there is one Yoruba who don't reason. Bagba, Oloye, Omoya Leleyi. Biafrans wake up. If we must go home, we must arm ourselves with one truth. Nobody will save us. Nobody will save us. We have to save ourselves first of all. Let this war reign among us here in Biafra land at the end of the day, so we know ourselves and respect ourselves. Be able to separate ourselves from the cabal, because that is the time you know the cabal. There is a story they told me as a child that in the animal kingdom, they gathered for a meeting and they said, who will lead us in prayer? And Tochi said, I will lead us in prayer. And they said to Tochi, go ahead. And Tochi pray. Oh Elohim, I pray this day that you put trouble in our midst. Let us begin to fight against one another. And the lion roared and said to the Tochis, are you mad? How can you bring trouble among us? Are you stupid? The antelope said, how dare you pray that kind of prayer? Are you useless? Are you sick? Every animal here that they touches, they bounced on him to beat him up. The touches said, no, don't do that. You should have asked me, why are you praying this kind of prayer? Don't bounce on me. They now went back and said, okay, tell us, why will you pray for there to be trouble in our midst? And touches say very well, if we don't see trouble, you will know who love you. Today there are people licking your bumper. Oh, you are formidable. Oh, we love you. Oh, you are numerical. Oh, you are hardcore. Let something happen to you, you will understand that you have been alone all this while. Let that war range. Let's know the people who are with us and people who are against us. Let that war reign. Touches said, because that is the time you know your friend and your enemy. Do not say you know a man until you give that man power. Do not say you know a man until that man has money. Today, let that war range, first of all in Biafra land. And then after we finish fighting ourselves, we correct ourselves, we make amends among ourselves. Because this is how it's supposed to be. And then I can tell you, we will march. We will march according to my leader. The sun will not shine. The cabals are behind every problem we face as a people. But pass a message to them tonight and make them understand that the sacrifice of our fallen heroes will never be in vain. I'll be back in a minute.
We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our sea. We've gone far in this wilderness. Victory's few steps ahead. We are no longer in Egypt. We have crossed our seas. We've gone far in this wilderness. Victory's few steps ahead. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not be found. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Inside the wilderness, never open your soul to the wicked one. Penetrate and kill your people. To what he can charge you to say. Inside the wilderness, never sell your soul to the wicked ones. Penetrate and kill your people. God has charged you to say. When it gets tough to end this, neither of our heroes will not be found. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here. Not yet may we remember the price of our great heroes. No retreat, no surrender. Biafra's already here.
Yes, of course, the price, the sacrifice of our fallen heroes will not be in vain. We are here to learn from the mistake of those who have gone before us. This is the only time we can be better than them. Our interest is Biafra, no other person. Yoruba should go and think of how to divide Nigeria if they truly want that. Hausa should fight to divide themselves, deliver themselves they from Fulani if they truly want to have a future. And Fulani should continue burning to be ruling because they will meet us here. Our lines are open at this moment. Our WhatsApp line remains 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614. Call and WhatsApp your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Mazi Joseph Onyeibe. I'm calling from Obolafo. Obolafo is in the local government. Osukasa, I don't say Biafra land. I appreciate Chuko Kabema how you have made everyone for us to see today. And I say all regard to my leader Mazi Kanu, Yiroko of Biafra land, Echito Besike, Ofonye Nesi Rosso Rariche. As may God Almighty keep on strengthening him wherever he is. And our deputy leader and every other Biafrans that is working so assiduously to make sure we restore our Papa land, especially you that is in Lions Den. And I say, may God Almighty keep on strengthening you and guide you. Any person that bless you, may God bless the person. And any person that curse you, may God curse the person and his generation. In the name of Kabema, I pray. I love my contribution this night. So simple, because I know that you are running out of time. What I'm trying to say, just everything that you are saying this night is real. Because this is one of the problems that we're having in this Biafra land. You see some people is even thinking that
some people will even kill George Onyeibe. Why are you cursing Yoruba? Why are you cursing Yoruba? Some Biafra will kill me. Turn down, we fire all of them. We come here to save our people. And some people are saving idiots who have saved themselves already. Do we have the capacity they have? Do Biafra have the capacity they have? Why destroying your own in order to project other people? Today, everybody are dragging Igbo. Why? Is it because you project other people above yourself? Try to find out how you got there and do not fall from your first love. Go ahead and sorry for interrupting you.
No problem, my brother. Just like what our leader Mazi they can say in his last broadcast, I'll say the problem that we Igbos are having is this. We're only thinking of what will you get now and what will my family get. We will not even think, how will my people be? We will not even have that in mind. Because my people, everybody in the world, and every Biafrans, wherever you are, they could have come together and join hands. Know that this race that we are doing like this is how our place will be okay. So that every other people will even be coming into our own land. Now, if you calculate how many Biafrans that are living in this country every year, if not because of this coronavirus, that are traveling out of the country because of the condition that we are, without even thinking that place that you are rushing to is other people, that there are the people that have planned that area and made that area to be solid, that you are not envying of that place. You will not even think of your own. If you see some people, some of you feel because of one another, they are just giving them, we are just selling ourselves. But I thank God that my Mazi have even have their secret and even have their medicine. Because our Mazi Onyeibe said that he's curing a madness, and he know that there's no any type of secrets in this life that he cannot cure. No matter anything they are doing, whatever that we are encouraging every Biafran, the hardcore Biafran, even the baby saboteur, all of them are needed. Keep on doing whatever you like, because the more that you are doing it is more that you are making us more strong and strong ever before. So Mazi Onyeibe, I'm trying to tell you, and I'm just saying that Ekekero, who brought every one of you in this, every one of us in this struggle, have a meaning, have a sense that he brought us, and you know that it's have a work that we are going to do. But no matter whatever that every person is doing, we are already in our freedom. We are already in our victory. Victory is ours, because this platform was not made by man, and this struggle was not made by man. Biafra is not a thing of man. Man did not create it. It was created from the God Almighty, and the God Almighty that created it have said that enough is enough. He have heard our cry. No matter whatever any person is doing, we have already celebrated our freedom. If you want to die, go to any place and die, because if Biafra have come to stay, if you like, say that he will not come, because say that you will not come. If you will celebrate Biafra today, you will die this night. You will not even see it, because you have even used your hand and condemn it. And this is what I have, and I sign off from here. Still may your humble servant, Mazi Joseph Onyeibe, remain blessed and good night from here.
Thank you very much, my brother. We must continue. Our gospel is simple. Biafrans, come back home and build your land. Stop using your mouth to blow guitar for other people. Leave them, let them talk their own. It's for us to talk our own. We have to talk our own. They destroyed us completely. They destroyed us, assassinated our character, deformed our image, invaded our privacy. And this is the only platform we have. This is the first time we are having the privilege to make our voice heard. We are not done beautifying our people. We are not done exposing idiots among us. Others should not be our problem. Let them go and divide Nigeria. We cannot afford to make the same mistake our father before us made. We cannot allow the cabal to prevail. Any cabal that work nonsense with me, when I'm done with him, he will know there is no cabal again. But of course, one after the other, they will be torn down. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, I am here, Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen you, continue to protect you, continue to guide you in this path that you have chosen to take for your own people. Chukwu Okike Abiama will be behind you till the end. My name is Mazi Onyeibe Obiora. I'm calling from Okuzo, Oyi Local Government, Anambra State, Biafra land. I am enjoying your program, and I'm enjoying all what our brothers, all of you, the freedom fighters, are doing. Most especially our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Lion of Biafra. Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to protect all of you. Any hand that rises up against you, that hand shall be cut off.
We are losing that caller on WhatsApp. I don't know what is going on there, but let's see. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line.
My name is Ernest, calling you from Kaduna.
Go ahead, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. I follow you every day. I'm happy to see somebody that I had even from Delta State joining Mazi Carlo to fight this freedom, Biafra. My brother, God will bless for the wonderful work that you are doing, for opening us our eye to see what is going on. I'm very, very happy to see you working with Mazi Carlo for this freedom fighter. If I tell you what we are seeing in Kaduna, my brother, Lord, what I will be updating you.
I will appreciate that.
I will be updating you. I've been kidnapped, and I will tell you how those people look like. I'm being kidnapped, and then took me to National Assembly. At the end, when I leaked the secret about the kidnapper, the matter just died just like that. I'm a pastor to the glory of God. I've been kidnapped in the church by the Fulani S-men. And the matter died, my brother. So I want to appreciate, I'll be updating you from now. For your good work, you people should stand on God, because Biafra has come to the glory of God. In your own generation, I believe the Biafra will stand. No power will stop it this time around. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
God bless you, my brother. I'm from Kwani local government area, Ndokwa West.
Obuji.
Ajay.
Well done, my brother.
Thank you. God bless. I'll be updating you. I keep your number story today.
There is no problem.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Keep on good work doing.
Thank you. Our people must understand. I know what Ojukwu felt till he died. I know what Tine Achibe felt till he died. I know what Pambono felt till he died. I know what Akanebian felt till he died. I know what other good men like Philip F. Young felt till they die. Their voice still speak to us. You must not weaken the morality of our people. You can't weaken it. So we are in a condition, you are no more telling us, oh, romance Yoruba, you are in a condition, oh, romance Hausa, oh, romance this one, romance Sabo. Who the heck are you? Let Yoruba fight for Yoruba nation. Let Hausa fight for Hausa nation. Let Fulani fight for Fulani nation. Let Biafran stop allowing themselves to be used. Kobo, toro. Fight to liberate our people. We are the one paying the brunt of one Nigeria. Can't you people get it? Call on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, good evening from here. This is almost 1 o'clock. Mazi Onyeibe, it shall be well with you and all Biafra. Also, our leader, Okunabo Zara, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My prayer every day is that God will give him more grace, more anointing, more insight. Biafra will surely come. And our deputy leader, Ujo Fagana, Mazi, our deputy Uche Mefo, the man who God have given a humble spirit and this spirit shall overflow to all the new Biafrans.
That thing you call humble spirit is fire. David saw that type and he said, "Thy gentleness, O Lord, have made me great." Thy gentleness he placed in Mazi has made us great. Go ahead, and sorry for interrupting you.
Yes, that this new Biafra, that overflowing spirit from him, where God will use this to give to every young Biafra. So we'll be obedient and honest to be the new Biafra. Before you close your last this day, we are singing old songs. Can I sing one of my own before I contribute?
Of course, you are free, man of God.
Okay.
Of course, we don't deny ourselves. But then...
Yes. This goes here in Labour. Biafra, Biafra, Nuku Africa. Biafra, Biafra, Nuku Africa. Biafra, Bobodani. Biafra, Bobodani. Ayenacho, Ayenario, Chukugoze, Obodoke Biafra. Kaimota, Ezumume, Geyero Bodanyaka. Anyị biri n'udo nwe aṅụrị n'obodo Biafra. So my name is Udochi. I'm a pastor of the indigenous church, which also is the international church, the Lord chosen. I decided by myself that if you feel that IPOB is a court, I now decided to be happy to join that court so I can get liberation, not for myself, because anybody who is fighting for his country is not doing anybody favor. His fight is doing himself and the generation is working for himself and his generation, even his generation. So nobody is doing favor. So any country you are in the world, you find out that the people sacrifice themselves. The reason why the Yorubas and the Fulani don't want Igbos to go is because they have bought us as a slave. That is the truth. We are serving Yorubas. We are serving Fulanis. For instance, only one department I want to talk about, investing in Biafra land. So, as I normally quote my own scripture, seek you first the restoration of Biafra. The navy of other things shall be added. It's as simple as ABCD. Listen, in every government, the policy is the key. Even before this others or gets this corrupt, it's one of the person in the East that invested much for Abba individual and this thing was going on and booming. It was policy that Yoruba used to, they run mad. There was one governor, Jim Wobodo, that invested money for agriculture and he gives small loan to young people that time. They prosper in bringing this Abakaliki rice. But Yoruba was wounded and they killed that. Those boys have to run out of country. They are scattered all over African country because the policy killed everything. Due to the open cattle rights, whereby foreigners comes and so on. Where is it? So there is no investment. If you start small scale industry, let's say you are using an electric motor. When the electric motor pack down, you have to go to Lagos before it will come to down east where you will use it. That electric motor, before you recover the money, you don't know how much you will sell the product. So it's not that if like people don't want to. There's many people who have invested money and the money gone. So first of all, we get our freedom, and God willing, God has decided to restore Biafra. Nothing anybody can do about it. The people that pray negative prayer, they are tired. because God don't have time. What He said is we do. He will give us. He has decided to give us Biafra. Your prayer, negative prayer or negative, it means nothing. So that's what I want to say. That's the only area I want to comment. God bless you. My name is Udochi.
Thank
God
you
bless
very
Biafra.
much, my brother. The truth cannot be overemphasized. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Move away from your radio.
Hello, man.
But this is one thing I don't like. When you call and you know you are on air, you please move away from your radio and focus on your phone. Our people must remain focused. The enemy comes in different form and shape. The enemy know how to penetrate us. But this time we will tell them otherwise. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, Jokba George Onyeibe Wama Baba.
What name?
Obi na almost time because since 2012 Kemani na turning for this line. But okay, Numazo Nui Elfon or so much animals or kicking now about now. But money won you kwane. Kwabo abo swe. So Chukuyaka gozi biko Jisike I can wear this Biafra and don't want to stop now.
Chukwu Deguala. Ihe njiri euro na agwande nkenye wone. Kena reduce ndị ka nwone maka. Onwe ndị ka nwonwu nkete. Maka ihe nwere imeme. Ndị ni ke ji anyi weke menye anyi je kenyi gbumu onwenyi. Wa hụrụ anụ wee chapụ enya because enrikwa alụ agha anụmonyo nkenya ule no kimeni na asụne ma asụsụ Yoruba le ndị Hausa nke begbue njekọdo ebegbue ihe kesi ọgwụ onwe ọwa azọ ndị ọzọ ihe kesi ọgwụ onwe ọrụ azọ ndị ọzọ go ahead please my brother.
So boy and just see him pogo that town maybe maybe next time ka kpọ huma very 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 happy sir.
There is no problem.
That is sir.
Our God is faithful.
Good night.
Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma. Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma. Ndị mozi na-eto ya elu ụwa na-aja ya mma. Chukwu anyị na-efe dị mma. And that is one truth nobody can take from us. Are you there, caller on the line?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, well done. Yes. I really thank God and I want to appreciate the work of IPOB all over the whole world. Please, there is a person that I really want to complain about there in Suka, Waziri, called Waziri. And the rest of other people, so many of them. These people are people that is our Sabo. I must mention a name, Waziri, Igwe Waziri from Amala. That man, there is a place in Suka that he built, in Ubolo, that he built Awusa Park by the side of Shrine. And I know what this thing took all about for that place to be. That is near our Shrine in the Ubolo. I got by the side, I get Roya, Awusa Park, and I was away we don't do good there. And before that park had, at least I am quite sure that a lot of accidents made there. And then the people of Ubolo fight for it so that can have a road that park. And at the end of the day, they went and they built that park. All is very bad. And every day, you go to that place, you will find out that a lot of things they made there. They are bringing Northerners every day by day at that place. So something that may exist there, now Ubolo, they don't want to talk anything about it. And this man, I don't know, people have been complaining about him. Stay, no way. Every day, Chibor, you got the aga, you got enough. Ebu aka na ebu trailer na ebu data kwara ndị ugwu. Na eji trailer na ebu data. O nwere ụzọ connected from Ubolo to Enugu Ezike, from Enugu Ezike to Kogi. That particular road is old. It's like no old Enugu road. That particular road, Haneji Homa bus, at least 5 every day. They are coming. Anabata. They are Anabata State. So why I want to talk about this? At least people of Ubo, they should be careful. At least look into that road. Marakwani what to do about the Bahar or that park. All is very bad. And a lot of things are happening there. By the side of Shrine of Undubo. So thank you. My name is Abuchu.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The atrocity going on in our land is so horrible that sometimes I feel ashamed to mention most of them. But having said that, we will see how it ends. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name and where are you calling from?
Name is okay. My name is Ugoken Emeka, calling from Germany. Please, I want to talk about this issue of Yoruba. So many people, some people, not many, some people sometimes they call on Radio Biafra and they begin to try to tell us how we feel about Yoruba people, how we talk about Yoruba people. That is their opinion, by the way. But they don't have the right to tell us how we feel because we have our individual issue with Yoruba people. Because I have experience, a many experience with Yoruba people, which I cannot, see any Yoruba man around me because almost 95% of Yoruba people which I have come across, none of them will like Igbo people or Biafra, if I may use the word, but we like Biafra people. So I have my own experience. One experience I have with all these Yoruba people when I was in Lagos. Because I lived in Lagos almost 10 years. I lived there almost 10 years. And the way then, when you have issue with them, the way they treat you because you are Igbo, it marvels me sometimes. So people are not supposed to come to Radio Biafra to tell us how we feel. How we feel about Yoruba. Everyone has he or her own, experience about people that we have lived around. So I want to talk about that. Okay, you can see today. Now, during the war, Yoruba man is only the Yoruba man which Awolowo signed off our land, which is Bakassi, to Cameroon in order to, harm us, in order to block the food and other things that coming from that way to our place. Okay, after the war, for so many years, these people didn't take the land. So some military in the military era, they defended the land, not them to take it. The same Yoruba man come back, Obasanjo come back today and sign off that same land and to them, to this Yoruba, the same Yoruba man come back and give this land back to these people. And they tell me now, these people Bakassi area today is homeless. If that's some people,
what they are not telling us is that majority of those people are migrants from Imo State. Majority of those Bakassi people migrated from Imo State. They are the owner of that land. Go ahead, please.
Now you can see why some people are angry. So if this majority of people is angry about Yoruba, someone will come out to say, why are you angry about Yoruba? Why you talk about them? But the same Yoruba man make these people today homeless. They have become homeless in their own father's land, in their own land, in their own territory. So we ask us not to talk about Yoruba people. We have our own. For me personally, I cannot do something with any Yoruba man. I don't talk about all that for me personally because when I was in Lagos State, in the place I have my shop in Yajegule. No, the neighbor there is a Yoruba man. His name is Alaba. This Alaba, he has a place. He has a what is called it? There's a tailor shop. He have a place there, and there's some small children. One is Nunu or Nunu, and the other guy's name I forgot. So these children, Nunu, something like that. I forgot. These children, No, sometimes when they come back from school, no, I always give them something to eat because they're hungry. Sometimes they're hungry. This guy don't give them anything. Sometimes if they don't give them something. This same guy, sometimes when he come back, sometimes when his wife come from the shop, he will cry that he don't have this. I will give him some goods, some credit, because I sell food stock. I give him some gari or beans and go and cook. Later he give me, when he walk, he give me the money. Can you imagine? These children, sometimes they play ball in front of my shop, in front. So I always, sometimes when I want to play the ball, I pour this gutter water so that the dust will not come to my shop because I shared some markets in the front of the shop. So then one day, these children come play. I asked the Nunu to pour water so that the dust will not come into the shop. These children refuse. They play the ball, I didn't talk to them because I know how they behave. They play that ball. When they play the ball, children, they play the ball to my inside that shop. The ball bounce to the shop, so I have to leave the ball there. I didn't allow them to come and take it. These children begin to they begin to pick stone to stone me. So what I did, I beat the Nuno. I beat this guy. When I beat him, he cry. So that's Alaba, my neighbor. He come back and they say, yeah, it's a beat. I explained to this guy. So see what happened. Do you know this is Alaba? He called OPC for me. OPC people come. Then take me from this place to their shrine. To a shrine in Ajabule. They collected almost 1,500 from me. And
that was then. That was then.
Little boy.
1,500 you are talking. That was then. Go ahead.
They collect 1,500 from me. This issue, this same boy that I help because I'm Igbo. This same Alaba, my neighbor, because he have a toddler shop there. My neighbor, this same Alaba, he called a PC for me. Because I beat a little child, a little boy, I think about 11 years. It's a guy 11 years. Because of disobedience, I asked him to pour water for this so that the dust will not come to my place. I explained. He said, Onyeibe, no shit, this and that. He called Opis for me. Opis come and take me away from my shop. They lock my shop and take me away. So, people not supposed to tell us how we feel because we have this. Just a few. We have individual problems with these people. We have our individual problems. We have our individual experience with these people. So I want to say anybody have a right to express himself against anybody. So people don't need to come to tell us how we feel or come to tell us how we need to talk. Our leader was saying the other day, say if you want it in Gota, we have it in Gota. If you want it diplomatic, you want it gentle, you have it gentle. So that's it. If we come to diplomatic way, we have people to go to diplomatic way. If you come to gentleness, we have people to. If we come to go to the Gota, we have people to go to the Gota. So that's how these people don't need to come because Yoruba. I live Europe not less than 10 years.
I live with them for 11 years.
And if you have any issue with them,
11 years. Very close to them.
If you have any issue with them, Onyeibe, Oloshi, even just like that. So that what I want to say about the issue. At least I have just another issue I want to talk about. Please, I want to just have maybe 1 minute. Another issue I want to talk about is some of our brothers in the social media, our people said, when I was saying to you that I get JF natural AOG before change. Because some people in the social media today, in the YouTube, in this, they are talking about what these few problems that pass with our leader and the ancestral. And I'm beginning to imagine this is just giving me headache. I begin to imagine. I said, okay, this ancestral itself have been insulting our leader from 2017. These people, they don't come to social media to tell us to stop. He was talking rubbish, many things about our leaders in 2017. Even when our leader's parents died, he used it to make a joke. He insult the dead. Now, our leader never say anything about the issue. He begin to talk, he begin to call out, he begin to criminal, this and that, this and that. These people didn't come to social media to say, tell us to stop to stop all these things. But when our leader just try to say something that is reality, people talk, begin to no. So our people just want to learn how to address issue, not address issue in a normal way. Put it something direct, not when somebody say because maybe you have one envy or whether I don't think whether I will say envy or jealousy. It begin to make up something, begin to talk anyhow. And when this man was talking, causing problem. Even say when this what is his name? Anthony somebody died. I said the people must say that our leader know what happened for the man. They didn't talk. They didn't say anything about it. But now, everybody now want to become social media peacemaker. Everybody want to become social media peacemaker. So, we learn how to do something when someone is going wrong. How to correct the person. Not when the other person reacts, everybody begin to talk. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for giving the opportunity.
Thank
God
you,
bless you.
brother. Good night from here. And this is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. Of course, my time is up already. I have to apologize to the next person coming up, having taken into your time. But people must understand, we must hate what hate us. The highest job left for us to do now is let's expose Nigeria. Anybody call Nigeria. If my father is in Nigeria, let us expose him and show the world how evil they really are. These are cabals. They are everywhere. They come in different form, shape, and color. We cannot afford to entertain them. They serve the interest of no man but their own interest. And I can only pray tonight that the spirit of the Almighty Creator will sweep over them until they are no more.